What is up, guys? It is Friday, February 20th, 2026. Yes, the first month and the second month is it's almost finished. You are aging. You are headed towards death. All of you listening, you are headed towards the gate of death. And you can do your little gaming. You can do your little fucking video gaming. You can do your little. I'm gonna be distracted around this person and that person, and you can do everything you want to do, but you're not escaping death. You are dying. January and February are already past. The days of future past. Do you understand? You fucking faggots, dude. You don't get it. You didn't do what you wanted to do in life. You didn't get the girls. You didn't get the money. You didn't have the looks. You didn't have the funny. You didn't have nothing, not even a runny. Couldn't afford the nose candy. You were broke. You were a broke joke. You were never charismatic. You never had sagas. You never developed dad lore on Earth. You never played your personality cards. You never even built your inner man because you're thinking of your personality. You're like, what if I want bitches, bro? You're thinking of all your weird personality quirks and kinks. Like, what if I want bitches today? I don't know what I want. You didn't do anything. And people say, hey man, I get a lot. I've never even liked you, Zherka, but I get so much motivation when you call me a faggot for some reason, because it makes everything I do that's background noise. It makes me stop doing it. I just go back to what I was originally doing when I was motivated. I was like, no, 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 no. Don't get motivated. You're a fucking loser. Okay? You're a fucking loser. Don't get motivated. Don't spin your tires, you fucking faggot. When I drive my convertible, I get head from your mom listening, you listening, everyone listening. Your mom DMs me. She DMs me on Twitter and she asks me how I'm doing, and I said, I don't got time for that. Just the slops, just the tops, please, because I'm wrapping at the door momentarily. I'm gone. I'm gonna be dead before all of you. And you always say that with a smile. If you did everything on Earth evolution you're supposed to do, should I even say that? It's not what you're supposed to do. I really think the smartest thing you can do is retire by the age of 28. You know, do everything you wanted to do, and then morally refine yourself, and let every facet of every dial you have turned, let the water run. It's like an everlasting spring. Just let it go. Like everything you set up, the way you set up your life, all that. And if you ruined your life, like some of you guys are not joking, you have children and you listen to me. If you have kids, don't ever listen to my fucking streams and spaces, and go change diapers, little boy. Go do what you were put on earth to do. Right? Don't ever listen to me if you're not living my life. Don't listen to me if you're a fucking gaming faggot. Don't listen to me if you're nothing like me. What the fuck what do I gain more money? We're just a few more viewers? I got money, nigga. Alright? What happens if I make more money? They're just gonna tax me more. I think I'm at that sweet spot. Right? Money was fun when it was all about destroying my life. right? I remember I'd be like, I'm gonna work hard for a couple months and then let's go on a vacation and destroy our the fucking everything we built up. And it would never get destroyed. Like every year since I turned 25 years old has gotten better for me. And obviously that can't go on forever. A lot of motivational talkers say that's what they expect, but I think I think it's only been 5, maybe 6 years for me, so that has to end. And that has to end because you know how motivational channels say every year I'm better. I'm like Kobe Bryant. It's like, no, you're not. There's like one Kobe. There's if you're Kobe Bryant saying that, I believe you. But if you're just like a millionaire, successful person, I don't believe you. Because if you made, let's say, a measly $1 million in this year, you're gonna have to make two in the next. That's your math, by the way, that you're going to the next level. And very few people do that. If you look at the statistics of how many people reach a cruising altitude of success and then they kind of glide with that until they die, and it's like ups and downs. And, if you check the medium, I mean, it's not what you've been told. It's like there's a lot of people who talk like that. I don't know why they try and like self deceive themselves. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck how successful your life is. Age 25 to 30, those should be the years. I don't care what happens. I don't care if you die after that, right? I just want to see how your early first few moments of adulthood, real adulthood is like 25, right? I want to see how you handle that because 25 to 30 is so fucking. Everyone will tell you it's good and bad at the same time. It's not, before that is like just bad. But we have to mark on the calendar how we are dying. We have to say the date out loud. There's a lot of you guys who are blurred and unconscious, and you run away from. Don't run away from the date. Read the date out loud. Make sure you know you're going through the passage of time. You know, and I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Don't go through this passage of time just pissing away potential. After the age of 30, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Like I will never even talk to you after that age. You have nothing left there. But those lock-in years, nobody talks about those lock-in years. And I'm like, dude, guys, you don't what did I see on that scroll thing on the she's cool. She's doing her karmic task. She's a surgeon. Did you see that surgeon on the TikTok reel that's on the Twitter feed I commented on? And she's saying how much money she makes, and it was I forgot what it was, but it was something so fucking low. It's like what a news streamer would make. And she's a surgeon, so I guess that's cool. She's got professional life. That's the awesome part. But she's locking in how much she pays for her rent, and she doesn't even own property. She's paying her rent 6,000. She must be like in San Diego or something. She's paying this, paying that, and it's like she's doing all the math and she's trying to explain to you that her surgeon salary looks like a lot, but it's actually not a lot because life is so expensive. And I'm like, you chose that dog shit job, you fucking idiot. How the fuck are you complaining about money? You chose that field, right? Like when I was into bodybuilding, all my friends, everyone close to me said, "Well, Zherka, you're broke." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's what a bodybuilder is. They're broke, right? Like 99.9%, even the successful ones are broke. Like, what? What are we talking about? They're like, they're breaking even as electricians at the top. Like, it's sad, but I never complained because I chose that. I was like, I chose a sport that's poor. I chose that sport and I really liked it. I loved it actually. Like people are like, did you love the broke days? When people ask me that, I'm like, no, you don't love the broke days unless you're in love with what you're doing. I was like, am I going to feel feeling, thinking, or willing forces? The first stuff right out of the gate, right out of high school, I was just, I was, I was up, I was obsessed with the will forces. Just like, oh, I'm coming into manhood, but this isn't what I expected. Like 21 years old, I didn't expect to be this average. Although I was like somewhat athletic and all that, I was like, it wasn't what I saw on the television. It wasn't Dragon Ball, and so that like left a weird taste in my mouth. So I'm like, I think I want to exploit every genome in my sequences and go full fucking Green Goblin, right? For better, for worse, whatever. I'm just telling you my story because I don't get how humans go through their lives without going after it at 21. Most people say, I started going after it at 26. It's like, but didn't you have this spike in anxiety of wasting time by 21? Or is that just me? And I guess you could go to college and get distracted and think something is happening in college. But I remind people that nothing is happening in your college. If you just run the sequence in your head of what it's like to go to college, even if you're successful, nothing happened. You won't remember it. It'll just blur like everything else. You ask anyone about their college years, oh, it was fun, man. We had a blast, but what? But oh, it's a blur. Remember, you blur shit you're ashamed of too. Like it's like a traumatic thing. You are ashamed that you lost $100,000 going to that college, or 60,000, whatever the fuck it is. That's not even including food and shit. You're ashamed you made that choice. And it's like when everyone was in my town everyone in my fucking city was calling me broke, right? They didn't mean to. They weren't being rude, but they're like, why didn't you ever come out with us? I'm like, how do I come out with you? That costs money. And then my buddies would always find a way to get me out at the event, at the rave, at the whatever. And to be honest, they didn't even have money themselves. They had jobs and stuff, but it's like they shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff for me, and just because they want to laugh with me and all that. Like I was very blessed to go to a lot of things, but I don't think you guys realize how broke I was. If all the money I'd make, minimum wage, I would spend it on torching my body with chemicals no one's used before. Back in my day, nobody used these chemicals, right? It's not like you guys. I'm seeing so many people on retatutride, and I'm like, what is this? Like, I'm late to the party. Like, what the fuck is this? Because that GLP-3 was tirzepatide, the GLP-2, or what is that one? I thought we were gonna wait for the studies on that. The FDA studies were waiting on all that, but no, niggas is showing. At first, I thought it was cope. I thought they were like mixing it with stuff, right? Until my trusted friends who are in the industry, they're like, no, 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 Zherka. We know you hate all drugs. You hate everything in the bodybuilding market because it just makes humans uglier. And by ugly, I mean it mirrors your mind and your face. So usually something that makes your mind ugly, your face follows, right? It's like kind of like alcohol. You start looking in the mirror, you're like, whoa, what the fuck's happening when you're drinking? Because your mind gets ugly first. And it's just like that for most of the pharmacology and fitness, health, beauty, and bodybuilding and all that. And my buddies are telling me, no, Zerka, you're correct that like literally anything you take in that market will make you fat, gay, and bald. Like it'll torture you, right? It's all cope. But they're like, no, Zerka, this retatrutide, you got to get on it. I'm like, bro, I'm already lean and skinny, and I'm not even lean. I'm not on. These guys that are lean are on gear that keeps you lean, but for me, it wouldn't make sense. I would just be bone skinny. It would just be it would be overcooked turkey. It's like, you know what I mean? And now with gear, it would look cool, but that's also descending, right? That's like trading hair follicles. Like, you don't want to go bald doing gear and shit. And what is low dose? Low dose looks like trash. I'm talking about like get on the gear, bro. Yeah, so I'm talking to my buddy, and he's big. He compete. He has got a huge following and stuff like that. And he's like, "No, dude, you've been out of it for a while." I'm like, "Bro, Ozempic makes men ugly faggots, you know." And I promote GLPs to obese people all the time, right? If your life is, you know, if you're suicidal and all that, get on a GLP. But if you're a skinny guy and you get on a GLP, usually you look like shit, right? You look at anyone on Ozempic. I'm not talking about the women. I haven't even seen that many, but I'm talking about the men. It just doesn't. It looks catabolic, right? Just something looks off about it, right? But retatutride, the way you guys are like, yo, talk about the GLPs. If you read the studies on retatutride, it's not Ozempic. No, it's nothing like Ozempic. It's very well. It's like Ozempic, but in a you aren't going to look like an ugly faggot on it, right? And so I talked to my buddy, and I'm like, I eventually want to, before I die on Earth, I want to try everything, but it wouldn't make sense. It's kind of like you guys, whoever's listening right now, if you're just relatively skinny or normal looking, obviously you might look shittier on it. Like, let's be real, you might have like a big head and it doesn't fit your body. It could be. I'm not telling you to go that way for just a looks max. I'm telling you for gut health. I know it's not FDA approved, and usually if things are not FDA approved, I never mention them on podcasts because I don't want to link to that karmically. I don't want someone fucking themselves up, and then they say, well, they don't say anything, but I don't want to be someone's fuck up, right? I think there's been a couple years of Ozempic studies, so I guess it works. But I found it so interesting that why doesn't the world want to know about Reda? Why does the whole world go to Ozempic, the one that makes you ugly? Why don't they go to the one that is, I'm not going to say like these fucking idiots, oh, it preserves muscle mass. Yeah, it does a better job than Ozempic, but let's not like, let's not kid ourselves. Like you're still gonna lose a lot of mass going down in weight. Like, what do they say? 21% of the body fat of an obese person is lost, not in a year like a GLPs and Ozempic, but in 2 months. They've seen what the fuck are you talking about? So when I started seeing these studies, I'm like, wait a minute, there's something more powerful than Trenbolone, which, yeah, it's been enough years. I'm sure someone has figured that out. So I wasn't that impressed. I was like, okay, let's just look into this. That didn't impress me. No, it didn't impress me much. But when you look at the studies, you see it's more powerful for fat loss than Trenbolone. And it comes with zero side effects. Now, it's not FDA approved, so who knows if it's actually zero? Who knows? Maybe you'll get cancer taking it, right? I'm not trying to scare you into not taking it or any of that. I'm not telling you to take or not take. I'm saying the future, the white pill future that nobody talks about, is in a couple years. I don't know when Ozempic came out. Was it like 2 years ago? In a couple years, they went from a GLP-1 to a GLP-3, and no one's talking about the GLP-3 because it actually has the power. Well, it's not FDA approved, but I'm telling you, in the future, when it's safe to do so, I guess when it's totally safe. Well, people are saying it's safe right now, but I don't want to link to that. Like, be an adult. So talk to your doctor. He's never gonna give it to you. He's only gonna give you what the big pharma wants to put in your body, which is Ozempic. But it's so interesting to me that, like, no one's talking about this. I'm like, first of all, the next 10 years with AI and all of these new peptides, it's like, bro, and a lot of people are like, oh, what about these new steroids or let's say Ment or this stuff? I'm like, bro, I'm never impressed with pharmacology because anything that's new that comes to change your body that's new always comes with side effects. So that doesn't impress me. It's like when people tell me, Zherka, show me a six pack eating McDonald's, and I'll show you like Zherka on Trenbolone, and you'll be like, "What the fuck? It's possible?" And it's like, "Yeah, it happens. It's almost like magic if you start out at a good set point. If you're not fat, right? If you're just regular." And To me, that's not impressive. People are like, well, shouldn't you be mystified by those kinds of results? And I'm like, no, because it does more harm than good, and you don't even get to keep it when you're off. And so anytime pharmacology does more harm than good, that never impresses me. But you look at these thousands of people that are on Reddit, they're literally telling you none of them are getting any side effects. And if you've never taken anything to alchemically change yourself, you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you have taken shit, you know that nothing is free. Anytime there's an advancement in pharmacology, you always say, fuck, why did I take that? Or fuck, it did this to me. Or it shut me down. Or it turned off my own test. It did something. It always does something bad to you, right? You'll never find someone who pokes something in their body and doesn't regret it. But these peptides, not only are they coming with no side effects, but this is the most mind-blowing shit is niggas who are on it don't know that they're on it. Imagine if back in my day when we only had garbage like trend, people would be like, do you Zherka, do you know you're on trend when you inject it? And it's like, yes, you know you're on it. And I hate people say in 2 weeks you should feel it. It's like, what? What are you talking? Trend is like instantaneous. Like as soon as you poke it, I'm not. I never done the enanthate or the long esters or the side effects in a bottle esters. Really, like I saw one guy promoter. I'm like, dude, that's wild. The people promote. I always did acetate, right? Trenbolone acetate, and by always I mean how everyone and their mom has had a trend cycle, and then they like deeply regret it. Like any human you meet that has done a trenbolone cycle deeply regrets it. And you always get confused by that because they'll post their photos and you'll be like, oh shit, you got a full head of hair. You look good there. You fucking jacked as fuck and all that. And so you're mystified by the results. But if you ask them what that 8, 12 week cycle does to the body, every human regrets being on it. Retta is the complete opposite of trend, which makes it sound like it's pussy shit, but it's not. You don't feel it working. You don't feel any of that. Niggas is saying they take a little and it works. They take a lot and zero side effects. And I'm not telling you should take anything. I'm just saying, how come no one is talking about this? It's because the psyop is to keep you fat, ugly, and nasty, right? And where I come from the background of peptides are not drugs, and people are, what? You're injecting GHK um, what do we call let's say for BPC 157 to heal yourself faster, dude. That's a drug, and it's like no, peptides are not drugs, right? Cannot explain to you the difference. I don't want to get into the terminology of well define drug. Here's what I'm saying by peptides are not drugs is if you inject trenbolone versus injecting Ozempic or a GLP-2 or GLP-3 like Retta, if you do, you'll know what I mean. Like, there's never been a human being that injects Ozempic and says, like, I don't know, what do they say? What do they say they feel? Nothing, right? But you inject Tren, you immediately go, what? Boop, 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 boop. Your heart starts going boop, 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 boop. And you're like, what the fuck? And it's not the chemical. Like a lot of people think that the chemical you're taking is what's making you manly. No, no. The chemical's allowing your spiritual powers to fully come into maturity. That's why different trend users get different results. Some people 10 pounds, some people 20. It's different for everyone in the first few weeks, or for the whole thing, right? Depending on how much karmic potential someone has. And it eats a hole in your liver, heart. It just does so much fucking damage. Like I cannot think of anything worse in the body, right? And it's nothing like guys who take tests or equipoise or all these rape your hair. By the way, I don't care what all these guys who attack me say. Stop saying test burns out your hair. No, I can protect it with finasteride. It's like if it's maturing your face, it's maturing your scalp. Okay, you can cope all you want, but you're playing a dangerous game there. Okay, and I don't even see the point because if you saw 99% of gear users, you'd say they don't even look like they are on shit. And it's like, yeah, dude. There's like one guy in the city that'll look good from taking gear, and he'll get all the chicks on the cloud, and that's how it works, right? And then the 99% of them are, up and down and fucking losing their minds and shit. But I do believe that the future will be peptides, even though it will not be hard drugs like test and all that. I cannot see that. People are always going to be like, whoa, what the fuck is up with that aging speed? Like, if a human takes a month of human growth hormone versus a month of testosterone, bro, you look old after that TRT. You just look different. But a month of growth hormone, nothing changes. Literally nothing. You just look better hair, better skin, better nails, better pump, a little more water, but it looks correct. It's not like testosterone, a lot of water. Well, actually, if I just stay on keto, then it won't be watery. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut the fuck. By test, you mean estrogen. Was it the Chase Irons who said, well, I got all the side effects of test, the bloating, the water, the estrogenic. And after 20 years of using it, my body got used to it. So now I can run a lot and I get zero side effects without taking AIs and stuff. And I'm like, bro, it took you 20 fucking years of hating yourself on test to finally, like, your body finally, like, what the fuck? He's like, well, I just didn't know how to diet properly and all that. And I was fucking up. And I just think it's so complicated. Like, imagine a normal guy getting on tests. They could really fuck their life up because then they have to shut down their natural production. They have to go through the little depression hole where they want to kill themselves for 4 months. Some niggas get shut down way harder than others and all that shit. And then you look at some niggas like who are on retatutride and they literally nothing happens. They just lose the ugly goy slob fat in between their cells. They fix their fatty liver disease. They fix their obesity, which Ozempic doesn't even fix obesity. Ozempic is like cope, right? I know Ozempic makes men look a little fucking weak, but I'm talking about for women, it doesn't even work. Have you seen the obese women? Yeah, it works, but they're still giant balls of human, and remember, my whole purpose on earth is every human who's ever interacted with me or my content. My whole purpose on earth is every human, let's say 10 million eyeballs have seen me. Let's just throw a random number out there. My whole purpose on earth is for all 10 million of them to say, I gained something that I'm going to carry for the rest of my life because of that Zherka guy. He's always talking about something that'll benefit my life, my health, my longevity. Well, I don't really talk about longevity, but you guys are more NPC players, so you guys go for the long route. I talk more about a strong incarnation, not a long one. You guys are more for the long ones. But every word out of my mouth is a will force, a helping hand. And that's the only way to be inexhaustible. Like, people are like, how do you have so much energy to do whatever the fuck you want all the time and never worry? Usually, when I do whatever the fuck I want, worry creeps in, and I'm like, you're not helping people, right? When I saw how little coverage Retta gets, and I know it's not FDA approved, I'm not saying you should take it. I'm saying just look into this stuff. Why are all the big companies on earth, why are all the big governments, why are they pushing the one that eats bone density and muscle mass and not this new Chinese one? Why the one that eats your bone mass, they say, if you're on it too long? Why the one that makes you weak? Why not the one that I hate people who say Retta keeps you strong. No, it doesn't. Stop fucking coping. You're reading it wrong. It keeps you normal, with way more baseline than a fucking Ozempic. But I'm like, why is the GLP that's popular, and obviously, a lot of people are going to say it's because this one's newer, therefore it's scarier. We want to see studies of years, so it's healthy. And how much different could it be, really? Because you could call me a conspiracy theorist, but I believe it's to keep, yes, the fat people get smaller, but they still have lower energy levels on Ozempic. So the elites, oh, let's fix these fat ass people because they're desperate. These obese people, but make sure they're not strong. I was like, if they had the technology to make a GLP that preserves muscle mass versus one that doesn't, why is billions of people on earth talking about the one that takes away your muscle mass? How the fuck are you going to fight sugar cancers and all of that digestive disease, all those problems that's going to come karmically for some of you? But how are you going to fight all that? Because you can reverse all that if you put enough mind into it. But how are you going to fight all that with less muscle mass on your frame, male or female? And I'm like, don't you see what's happening here? It's like every fucking time there's a miracle breakthrough, medical breakthrough, it's a psyop still. It's a fucking psyop. Like the idea that, like for example, I've been wanting to get my mom on a GLP-1 on an Ozempic, and she looks fine. She looks healthy. She's not fat or anything like that. But I just want to see if it'll affect her blood pressure or just get it a little lower, because Albanians are fiery. They're angry people, and so like she's a sweetheart, but she's just moms can be a little high blood pressure, Albanian dads, moms, and shit like that. And a lot of you guys listening, right, around my age, maybe you around 28 years old, you guys will constantly be checking your parents' blood work, and you guys turn into the physicians. That's what you're supposed to do. But you guys will always approach it from this faggot posture of that's normal. Oh, if an older woman's blood pressure is up, that's normal. I saw so many posts, billions of posts of people saying that's just normal blood pressure. That's just, and I'm like, are you fucking stupid? You're in 2026. You're literally in the future. And you're waiting for your family members to get diseases out of the blue. Even if they're healthy, it'll happen out of the blue because they're not checking their shit. And people always look like you don't check your health that much. Well, right now I do, but you're right. I don't. I don't. But I'm not. I'm not my mother's age. Like, what are you talking about? You should be helping everyone, right? And so obviously it would be stupid to take. Let's say you get on an Ozempic and her blood pressure just stays up. It had nothing to do with weight. Then you obviously take her off the Ozempic and say it has nothing to do with a few extra pounds. Which is sad. It's like I was like, maybe if you lose 5 pounds, the blood pressure will go down, and because it could be just a little bad eating habits, and which is weird. Even healthy eating habits, like my parents, because they look so good, they look so young, but on paper, how do they look? That's what you should be focused on, and it's like all of that is so interesting when you have to say to your parents or someone you love, "Hey, ask your doctor for this," and then you realize it's still a psyop. I don't want that fucking shit in a family member. I don't want that. Give the one that preserves muscle. Why isn't that popular? Why is that only in China? And people are saying, "Oh, the GLP-3 is gonna come to the U.S." and they talked about it on the Oprah and all that shit. I was like, I think I'm gonna make a prediction on the other side, bro. I think these companies are gonna oversell the GLP-1s, and they want people to have a higher quality of life taking that, but which will happen, but at the expense of muscle mass. And I know this because they want the youth, young male youth, to have much less muscle mass and testosterone. Everything, if you don't know what's happening by now, is, and I'll just fucking say it, right? If by the way, you guys missed one of the biggest calls I've ever done, the zherkaofficial.com. And it's not like these, it's way deeper. But if you don't know what's happening by now, you got to ask yourself, why does it feel like the elites are always pushing the goy, the cattle, with certain needles, certain drugs, certain foods, certain diets? But why are they guiding the hand of evolution if they're just gonna the elites are just gonna die off anyway? Why do they care about what your great 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 grandkids testosterone levels are gonna be? Because the elites, unlike you, know for a fact that the soul reincarnates. And they're prepping worse bodies for us to come into. Weaker bodies. Goy bodies. Only people karmically favored will come out as superstars, but most people will have to choose the parents that they incarnate into as weaker, hormonally weaker parents. And it'll happen within 500 years from now. But that's why the elites keep coming into powerful positions to finish their work. That's why they're so consistent. It's not just a bloodline thing of, their kids helping them achieve these demonic goals. And if you understood this, you would see, because all of your stupidity comes from thinking you have one life. When you see it from the scope of, the long way, you go, oh shit, they're really, like, they are really plummeting testosterone levels in men. And you don't know how forced that is. You don't know everything in life increases your test, everything that's good, but you're away from so much of the good. And so all these new technological advancements are going to be great. In the next 10 years, you're about to see some freak ass shit, but you're also going to be like, well, Zherka told me that I should never watch mainstream content. I should never listen to mainstream music. I should never take any pharmacology that's mainstream. I should never do anything mainstream. Like, for example, why the fuck would you take a GLP-1 versus the GLP-3 Retta, right? You just wait another year and there'll be enough studies on it, I guess. But, next year is like, what the fuck? And a lot of people ask me, they're like, you're all about fixing the internal. Um, but why are you into adding exogenous outside sources into the body? And I'm like, I'm not. I believe that the natural body is strong. It's just that it's 80, 90% goy slop. Your body is literally built on goy slop. Even there's a lot of you guys who said to me, well, Zherka, you're so right. When I'm in Italy, when I'm in Milan, when I'm in France, when I'm in Europe, I lose 20 pounds eating whatever the fuck I want. It's in America that it just stays on the sodiums, the preservatives, the GMOs, and you feel the psyop, which also, in a weird way, makes you a better slave class as an American, not as chill as a European. But when there's some guys who go to Chile or go down south and they go, whoa, what the fuck? I just feel like I'm flushing out a lot of excess water and I don't know. Yes, dude. Right. It's kind of like the beautiful people fallacy. Is like a lot of people don't know how good their gut lining is in another nation. That's why traveling is so important, is just so you can feel the psyop. So you go, what the fuck? Even on a perfect diet, those little cheats here and there add up, and it's your yes, the meat in your body is goy slop. So when Zherka says, I am for peptides, I am for whatever gets the gut working, like let's say your gut is working perfectly fine. Should I take it too? Yeah, because it can work. Like when people say, do you like BPC 157 even if you're not injured? Yeah, I do. I really like that. Yes, your body's gonna work at a better pace and it's not damaging you. You don't feel it. There's no blood pressure attached. It's not no steroid effects. Like, what are you talking about? If it makes you healthier, I'm against steroids. I'm against things that make you unhealthy. But some of them strengthens you. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course, how are you gonna fight goy slop for the years and years of goy slop in your body? Most of you guys don't fast. Fasting would be way better than all this stuff, right? But most Americans don't do that, right? And my advice is always it always sounds like extreme because I'm a progressive in the sense that I look to the future of how the future is going to handle shit. Like there's a kid said to me, why don't I just rely on my willpower? Like why get on a GLP? Why? And I'm like, dude, it's not about willpower. Let's say you hit 145 pounds, right? Let's say you're a featherweight, you hit 145 pounds without the GLP versus the guy who hits 145 with the GLP. Do you really think that's going to look like the same 145? You fucking faggot. You're always going to be 1,000% behind an enhanced person. And before, enhanced meant you're harming your body to be enhanced. Now, enhanced doesn't mean drugs. It means peptides. It means like really chill shit, right? Which is mind blowing that it's like the science is finally coming to the point where you can smile for the future. It's not going to be like the last 10 years that was garbage. Anyone my age knows that the last 10 years was a steroid manifestation. It's like a lot of steroid spirits came into the game, killed Rich Piana, Dallas McCarver, everyone you knew, every fucking pro, I think, no, Piana was he went to the USA's. I don't know if he was a pro, but yeah, basically everyone in the fitness industry died because that was drugs. And now you're seeing niggas live perfectly healthy lives because they're not doing drugs, they're doing peptides, which you can call it a drug, but I don't really think you know what drug implies that it's fucking killing you, right? At least in my head. Drug is a bad word usually. And people are like, well, why an external thing, right? Because I've been doing your practice and I have such a strong hold of my mind with my meditations, but why would I add anything? It's all from within, Zherka. And I'm like, okay, try a melatonin. Try 10, 20 milligrams of melatonin every night before you go to bed, and then wake up and start your meditation. They freak out. They're like, this is what happened to me. I'm like, yes, this outside intervention that makes you have deeper sleep will benefit you, right? That's why for thousands of years they grabbed up herbs and made them into capsule forms and put certain herbs in the body to function. Like a lot of you guys loved me because I fixed your cock habit. You have bad cock habits. So you needed certain herbs to get it hard and all that. And like, yes, dude, you should be looking around saying what part of the body isn't functioning how it's supposed to. You should look at your endocrine system and say, what foods do I eat? Hormonally, what are my testosterone levels? Which, by the way, doesn't mean like a lot of people don't realize you could have low testosterone and still be jacked. There's some very nutrient efficient bodies on Earth. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Let me just say no. Uh, right. Yeah, there are some anomaly bodies that are like medium to low test, and they just look fine. They look jacked and stuff. And then there's higher tests that don't look that good. So there's a lot more that goes on with that kind of stuff, right? So that's why a lot of people are like, oh, I got average range testosterone. I'm like, that's fine. That's what yeah, like. Live your healthy and strong life. Follow everything that I teach. Make sure you spend 1 year in as a student in my university. Watch all the content at least twice. And there's no point to being metabolically active and healthy if you're not a go-getter that goes out into the real world. Like, what is the point of you being healthy in your room? You should be talking to women. A lot of them, right? A lot of them. You should be maximizing that metabolic function that you're healthy. So a lot of people get healthy and then they get bored and then they drop being healthy. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Right? When we talk about maximizing life, I'm saying you might feel like it's fake to take a magnesium and a potassium supplement. You have to. All that sodium in American fucking goy slop food is going to rape your life. You need a balance, right? You're not going to avoid that. You're going to try and fail miserably. Or you're going to have a learning phase, maybe a school phase where you're going to stop working out and just fucking study all day, right? And then that's how the goy slop enters your body. So the whole turbine of life, like your turbine engine, is how you can be more and more of yourself, more inexhaustible, right? Then you can play with the toys. Then there's alcohol at the top, there's coke, there's whatever the fuck you want to ruin your life with. Snort and die, it's actually fent, you got unlucky, you're dead. But all those toys at the top make no sense if you enter bad mental health, bad gut line, bad everything, and you touch the toys. Now your life's over, right? So a lot of people are like, I want to just maximize the color in my life. And I'm like, dude, start with the mind. And the mind is goy. It's goy slop. Your mind is literally goy slop. You should know it's fucking goy slop. You should tell yourself every day in the mirror, there's goy slop entering my body even when I eat good. Right? It just penetrates. It just seeps in there. Right? And I'm not these guys who avoid a Sprite. Okay? You know what I mean? I'm not a guy who avoids a Coca-Cola with sugar. Not these fucking pussies. But I'm telling you, for the next 10 years, we're entering such a golden age. We're leaving the drug phase to enter the peptide saga. In this saga, I guarantee you there will be peptides for hair, and I'm sure they're already out there. I don't like studying all this stuff. I only studied the extreme ones. Like which ones are the ones actually like 90% of peptides are actually kind of weak, right? So I only look at the extreme ones, like a GLP-1 is kind of pussy ass shit. I'm look at Retta. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Even a bodybuilder on a bulk is using it in a low dose for the digestion. That means it has two functions. If it has two functions, it's fucking awesome. It's for cutting and bulking. Like what? That's that's fucking amazing. And people are, well, why didn't you talk about Ozempic and stuff? I'm like, I saw the look in Ozempic. It's like they were losing muscle. I saw the celebrities. I saw it didn't look right, right? But you're supposed to look slightly athletic if you get lean. You're not supposed to look flat, droopy, uh, discolored. Um, you're supposed to look like there should be a glow to being athletic. If you're not glowing at your goal weight, then something's off. And if you're not glowing, looking good at your goal weight, something's off. Something's just shadowy about it. It's actually a signal that you're gonna put on a lot of weight, right? That you're a suppressed version of yourself, and you built the shadow, and now you're gonna become some fucking obese faggot, right? That's why transformations should be you smiling and smiling more, right? I think one of the best physical transformations was obviously what was it? Testosterone, red, all the new stuff, the steroids, the everything in Fuzi. And now Fuzi's off the shit. Did you see how much he deflated like within a couple weeks? Like he looks so fucking unbelievably natty. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I don't even think he was on that much shit, but just he was locked in. And yeah, I was shocked. I was like, wait, so let's look into these studies. The next 10 years, are they going to ban all these Chinese peptides? Because why would you take anything over the counter if a peptide can do its job better? Like, is everything going to be, like, is Big Pharma actually just going to die off because people take BPC 157? Or are these all going to be banned? And what everyone is talking about is, yeah, everything's going to get banned, right? It's kind of like the psyop of getting on TRT, like how there's a whole community of people who are on TRT and they all come off it eventually and say that was a bad idea. But when they're on it, they promote it like crazy, which is so funny because uh, the guys who are on human growth hormone, right, for little doses just for health, and Joe Rogan and the wellness community and all that, dude, those guys, they look fine. But the TRT community, they look like dog shit. They look like they're dying. Unless they're like 18 to 23 years old, they look fine. But usually after that age, it's like oxidative stress. It's just too much. Or the Adderall community for the cognitive enhancers, right? The mind maxers. The Adderall community never talks about the depression. Like the one day it stops working. Not that you're not wired on it, but that you hate being on it. Like, who in here has had an Adderall phase? And you don't want to take away from it. Like, it does make you productive, but you look back in your life and you go, I don't know how I loved that. That was the worst phase of my life. If you've ever had an Adderall phase and you come off Adderall, it's the shittiest time coming off. And then the bridging sucks. And then the months and all, there's just so much waiting period to get even baseline normal. Then you do the Zerk, everything Zerka tells you to even go to a higher level of normal. You do everything to go to this energetic place. And then you go, what the fuck? All the energy, mental concepts on concepts and concepts, all that energy, it got slashed in half with Adderall. It was it feels like a demon's working through you. And that's why I say Adderall, TRT, and the whole drug community is so ugly and gay, right? It's just so nasty. It's so unnecessary. And then you have this golden part of the health community where it's human growth hormone, peptides, stuff that doesn't change you radically. Like there's a lot of people who lie and say growth hormone makes your head big, and they're all fucking idiots. And they're all saying if you're on testosterone, eating in a giant surplus, eating a shit ton of food, putting on a shit ton of water, and then your head grows a size bigger over what, 2 years? But I'm talking about just the health community. It's like, dude, You look at the stuff that's not changing. Like no one can tell if a human's on growth. Like you're thinking of bodybuilders, bro. You're thinking of guys on a lot of shit, not just growth. But you look at the health and wellness community, and they love to merge TRT with growth because obviously it's like a 2 + 2 is 1,000 formula. I get that it works. I'm just saying it's stupid. If you're in it for health, then peptides, maybe a small amount of growth, maybe you do like 1 month a year, rejuvenate the nervous system, rejuvenate your whole system. That's fine, right? Unless you have some cancer, and then you're fucked. You can't take any of that. But I'm saying if you're a totally normal guy, for the wellness community, right? The health nut community. But I don't think TRT, I don't think none of these drugs are going to make it to the new wave of health, right? Because there's something about even like a lot of people are like, talk about your trend days. You never talk about your trend days. And I'm like, I don't want to promote that because I can make trends sound so nice, but you will try it and nothing will happen in your life. Like literally, your life will just get worse and you'll blame me. But not to make it a crazy fantasy, but just what do you think it was like Zherka on a lot of Trembolone, right? Like my first real cycle started with Trembolone. Um, we started a lot, like 600 mgs, and then we went crazy. But Trembolone, testosterone, and then I pulled that out immediately. I don't know why. I was a fucking idiot, and my coach was an idiot. But it was Tren, Test, and Masteron. That was the beginning. Then week 2, I added everything else and stuff. But obviously, it was mind blowing to see what the body is capable of doing spiritually, because that's what's really happening. The nutrient partitioning, the all the cells in your body are organisms. They're all talking to each other. Do this, do that. It's mind bending to be the best looking, healthiest, coolest guy in the city and transform, right? And your average ass wouldn't get anything out of it. But for me, and I wasn't like you go waiting in a nightclub lineup. Like I worked at the clubs 7 nights a week. So it was fucking well, it wasn't fun for my buddies who were on trend, but for me, it was like, wow. But I never talked about that heart rate, boom, 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 on every date with a girl. Every time I'm eating cereal, every time I'm doing something, boom, boom, my heart's ripping on my chest. I had no idea how I did that for so long, right? I go back on and off and all that shit, and for so long, longer than anyone else. And while I was crashing estrogen, like a lot of people are like, how come Zerka is the most testosterone masculine channel in the universe? It's because I don't do this. This is the darkest depression you'll ever go into, but I crashed my estrogen to zero more than any human in history. I think I was taking 4 or 5 before I started really puking letrozole tablets. And this is the worst thing a human could do to themselves, right? This is so counterproductive to everything. It's just eats brain matter. It's just so it's worse than heroin, bro. I would have recovered from heroin better than that. Which it did make me a cartoon because the first time I'm on camera, people are like, "Yo, he's really cave. He has 0% feminine in him. You could see it. It was just, and it was sad because it was like a tortured soul. If you first see me, I wasn't having fun. My mind was just fucking raped from zero estrogen. Estrogen is so good to keep it within range. It's so healthy for you, for everything, for learning, and who in history has crashed their estrogen more? I think just maybe the top 20 pros on earth at the time. Now they don't. Now they know that they need muscle, they need estrogen. That's stupid. But back in my days, besides the like 300-pound monsters and Zerka, who's not a 300-pound monster, it's like, what the fuck? Why was I that fucked up like them? And it's just bad information after bad. That's why I'm so obsessed with my Twitter being perfect information for the youths. It has to be perfect. You really fuck yourself up reading forums and reading comments, right? Like your instinct, something you should tattoo on your body is every comment you read, negative or positive, is written by a retard. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't comment sections are the streamer or influencer you're watching is slightly retarded, let alone the comments. And the comments always sound like professionals for some reason. or they pretend they're doctors and all that, and they'll fucking rape your life. So not only is the influencer giving you the bad information to rape your life, but so are the comments. Like, if any influencer promotes drugs into your life, they're not telling you about the harmful side effects at all. And if they promote peptides, I mean, what is the side effects? Like 0% side effects. Is that has to be the future. Like, if science doesn't go into making this the most popular topic on the internet and just get everyone's eyeballs on it, then we are headed for some dark times. Then Big Pharma's winning, and they just want to keep everyone fat, ugly, and whatever. I think that's so cruel. I'm like, bro, helping people's mental health is body, mind, soul. You got to help them with their body too. And obviously in the beginning I was like, Reda, it's just that fucking like GLP, big fucking deal. Now I'm seeing, whoa, even my buddies are telling me, they're like, no, no, this one is different. And I'm like, bro, why the fuck wasn't that around for digestive health when I was on trend? Because it fucks up your digestion too. So I was just so fucked up. Like, why weren't these healthier options around when niggas were trying to be fitness models back in 2015, 16, my era, right? 2016 is like the best year. I don't even remember it. I just remember I have so much footage of that year. It's like one of the greatest years to be alive is 2016. And that's why I love Trump, right? He just brought that energy. But yeah, I'm like, I am shocked that I can finally say something not black pilling. Yes, the last 10 years, the only technological advancement was Uber Eats. So embarrassing. And NFTs. The last 10 years have to be the most depressing, not in my life, but just technological advancements. We should be laughing at the people who are in charge. I love Elon, but come on, bro. Elon should have gotten on TV and said, the fuck is this Uber Eats shit? Like, no one's going anywhere. Like, nothing is happening. COVID and all this stupid shit. Everyone went into mental health crisis. I think the teenagers now, they talk about they got their whole high school ripped from them, their whole high school life because of COVID. And I'm like, geez, we're gonna see some freak shows out of this, right? And now we're entering the golden age, the next 10 years, where AI isn't just fucking memes. It's going to start doing shit for everyone. You guys will all make more money off of it. And the beginning is going to look awesome before it gets really bad, which is in like 20, maybe 30 years. For some of you who have been alone for the last 5 years, yeah, the next 5 years is going to be even more alone. You can see your future by looking at your past. Okay, you can see your habits and stuff. You need to work on that mind. You need thezerkaofficial.com. You don't have time to waste. Don't be a fucking faggot, right? Now, everyone telling me, they're like, yo, dude, Zherka, where is the cutoff limit? What can I put in my body that you would think is not Goislav? Because if TRT, I say TRT is Goislav, bro. I really do. Because, like, how come every human being on TRT gets off of it? They just explain me that. Every fucking influencer on TRT, well, most of them hide it, but how come they all get off of it eventually? And it's like a big difference on their face, too. How come they all get off of it? And they promote it for years and then they get off of it, right? It's just like I think the most harm I did to society is I actually thought Adderall is a genius drug until I realized I'm the genius. And I ruined a lot of lives. Like, imagine you watch my shit and you're like, well, this guy talked good about Adderall for 5 seconds, so I'm going to start doing that. Bro, Adderall makes you stupid as fuck. Adderall makes you stupid as fuck, dude. Adderall makes you a fucking retard, good at one specific thing like a rat. Adderall doesn't even allow you to wonder anymore. It doesn't allow you to enter states of self-remembering. You ever look at a sunset and you go, whoa, I'm remembering the cosmos. I've been here before. Adderall eats away at that. In every nigga I know, my whole team, everyone hired, everyone around me, they love their Adderall. And I always thought of it as a tool to popping off, but now I'm looking back and saying, no, I think that's cope. I think that's uh, what are you just gonna do more hours of a shittier stream? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Adderall is like the huge psyop. And I never talk about this, so I'm complicit because I never talk about this. But was every Zoomer on Adderall? Which actually makes them love my content more if you think about it. Like, if you're on Adderall and you listen to Zherka, it must feel like a DMT psychedelic adventure. It must feel like, well, sometimes he has an accent and sometimes he doesn't, and sometimes when he's talking about things, it must be interesting as fuck, right? At the pace I talk, it's great for me. It's not like long format content or any of that. So I get like the Zoomer is literally designed to be my follower, but let's not pretend that they're not designed to jump off of a bridge either. Like, why are we as gay as millennials are, and they're the gayest, right? They ruin my life. They ban me off everything. But as gay as millennials are, I don't think millennials are dealing with the suicide epidemic. Not like the Zoomers. The Zoomers that don't drink, and drinking's cope, but I'm saying if you're not drinking, there's a bigger problem, okay? Because it's not alcohol that you're supposed to be drinking. You're supposed to be at the event that has alcohol. That's where you don't have to drink the alcohol, ask for a Sprite. But you're supposed to be at the event. You're supposed to be socializing. And so when people say 80% of fucking Zoomers are not drinking alcohol, I don't care if they don't drink alcohol. That's even better that they don't drink. I'm saying they're not going out, right? They don't have an alarm clock in their system that says this is not normal. And the millennials had that. So, and a lot of people are like, well, how come you never try to save millennials from suicide? Like, you're like evil. And I can't. They're the ones who fucking reported my channel. I don't give a fuck about no faggot millennials. Like, what the fuck are you? I'm 1 year cut off. I should be in the Zoomer crowd. I'm 1 year away from the jokes, the everything. I want to nurture the Zoomer, like breastfeed the Zoomer. I want to protect the Zoomer, right? They never, not even a Zoomer that's left wing would report me, right? Just millennials are those pin wearing fucking rainbow faggots. Even Dean, what's that kid name that debated Nick? Dean Withers? Dean Withers. For some reason, I can't hate him. He just makes me laugh, right? When people are left leaning and Zoomer, it's funny, right? It's tragic. It's sad. I mean, it has its place. Dean Withers is the best content ever, bro. Dean was before Clav. Clav took over. He's the right wing of the Looks Max, right? Dean used to mog Nick just posting shirtless selfies, but when he did it, it just looked gay every single time. I was like, Nick, what is this, bro? He's flexing with his shirt off at you. But yeah, it's the millennials that I've never even reached my hand out to help a millennial, even if they like me. I was like something about that energy of I went to college, it's all this gay faggot energy, right? The NFT salesmen were millennials. It's like just that cringe faggot face, right? And Zoomers are like they're going back to the church. They're not drinking, but they're not socializing. So without that, nothing happens. Like if you go to church and you don't socialize, church will never make sense to you. If you go to church and you don't have a social life after that, the church will not make sense to you at all. Like 0%. I've tried it, bro. I've been you before. I was the weird one too, right? And it's tough to say yes. I'll come out to the movies with my friends when they ask you to go out when you're on your schedule. But the more you hammer in that voice in your head that you have to go and you have to have fun, the better you'll get at it. It's like a sport. It's like a muscle. Like the more extroverted things you do, uh, it's well when being an extrovert comes with a paycheck, bartender, bouncer, something I can't think of other jobs. Just let me know the most social jobs you can think of. When it comes with a paycheck, being an extrovert becomes really fun, right? Like people are like, "Well, Zherka, how come you don't go to clubs anymore?" It's like I don't get paid to go to clubs. Like what the fuck? If you give me money, I'll go. I can be the most extroverted guy in the world if it's career oriented. But I will never be in a nightclub if there's no clout, money, or anything to do with my incarnation, it's just what would I do there? Like what the fuck? I'll just DM the girls. Like I don't have to do that. And another thing is like a lot of people are just fapping off to my lifestyle thinking, bro, I want that so bad. It's like, dude, if you're not actively setting up your life, your life could look like Gary's. Your life could look like Fresh's. Your life could look very depressing like that. You have to actively set up systems that go on even if you stop making content. Like it's just systems of women, systems of money, systems that free flow. And the tricky part is they cannot cause you stress. Like every system that gives you money and clout usually comes with big stress. So you say, I hate my life. I'm making a lot of money, but I hate my life, Zherka. And I'm like, well, you chose a system that comes with a lot of stress. Like mine, what is my stress? Like I go on Twitter to troll and have a blast. Like what is the stress in my there's no stress in my life. I'll cause the stress, but I'll never let the stress fucking touch me. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like passive stress hitting me all the time? I don't set up my life like that. Which is interesting. If you're a strong businessman, you have to live like that. But that's why there's just Google what a strong businessman looks like. Is that 85% of strong businessmen have gynecomastia, so male breast tissue, fat or weird guts, like their stomach doesn't look cool. They just have fat ass guts. Um, Skinny arms, and I mean like with a bad skeletal frame. Like just even though they get the money, the girls are just, ugh, I gotta deal with that kind of. It's not like that Alex Jones fatness that's jolly. It's not like that. It's like a ugly fatness, droopy fatness. And so you look at what a businessman is. It's nothing like the Twitter post, like you smoking a cigarette, 6'8", fucking badass. Like you look at what a business incarnation looks like. It's fucking ugly as all hell. It's like a streamer incarnation. It gets ugly so fast, and that's all with stress. And people are like, "Yeah, but Zerka, if you lean towards the business side of things, you get a shit ton more money." And it's like, true. The more stress you have pressuring you, that's how it works. That is so how it works. But remember, when stress is always poking you, nonstop stress, unneeded stress, you actually become more beta because you want to sell more. You become so obsessed with the numbers. Then you should like the numbers. But when you get so obsessed with the numbers that you start talking like a woman, and you have no real opinions and you can't speak your mind, then you become these really successful guys who watch Zerka. I'm just gonna wait till Zerka goes on a space so I can feel alive because I don't have an opinion for anything. I can't have an opinion. If I have an opinion, I'll sell less. So got to sell to the liberals and the right wing. But secretly, I'm with Zerka. So I guess I'm based behind the scenes. It's like, bro, it shows in the mirror. It shows in your posture. When you don't have an opinion, you don't have a spine in life, that shit shows, right? You can have all the money in the world. You're not alive when you touch it. You're a dead fucking zombie touching it, right? So people always ask me, why do you always talk like you're the richest guy in the universe? I'm like, I am. Because the guys who have more money than me are not alive. They're dead. Look, listen to them talk. Or they speak in circles, right? If you notice, like you can't tell if Tate's a businessman or if he's just stuck on loop. You can't even tell anymore, right? And yeah, it's like deep laughs in life, deep social life, which is the hard part. Not gonna lie to you. The second you have money and women, you will never fucking hang out with your buddies again. Because as fun as they always start talking about their girlfriend or wife life, and they need like advice. And then, dude, she went to the bar again. She's fucking embarrassing me, and I'm like, we all know she doesn't cheat. We know her. It's just, it's fucking dentist birthday party, whatever. But it gets dark and shit, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, wow, that's what grown up life is like, huh? And a lot of people thinking one day Zerka will be having that life. Never. I will be dead before that, and you know it, man. There's a reason I laugh like the Joker. right? Because I am the Joker archetype on Earth. It's like people are like, is he the hero or is he the villain? My nigga, he has bipolar. He literally is both. So if you're lucky, one week I will rape your life, and then next week I will set you free, my king. I am your knight in shining armor, and I'm shining in trend blown, like rusty armor, just trend blown. And the trend days were so cool because I had no idea. Don't ever get on it; it'll ruin your life. It'll make you go bald. It's disgusting. But it's so cool when you don't know that stuff and you go on it. You don't know any of that shit. You're just like, I can get muscle separation that you cannot get from 20 weeks of testosterone. 20 weeks straight on testosterone, you don't get the same muscle separation as you do on tren. 'Cause it's like a nitric thing. I forgot what it was, but it's a nutrient partitioning. Like all steroids have a certain testosterone, bulky, lean look to them, somewhat lean, and some of them are watery compounds. But Tren is the only one that has a different look. Like it just everything is different on it. It's like what the fuck, Like if you saw how little Tren is the only fucking compound that you don't have to work out. You don't even. I was shocked. I was working out that much. I'm like, looking back, you did it. I remember being a bouncer. I'm like, okay, I think I'm, working every night. I can't get to the gym anymore. I'm a big boy now. I'm on the trenbolone. I'm on the sauce, and now that I'm on the Celtec, I think I'm gonna stop working out. And if I deflate, then I'll just go back to lifting. Bro, it was like a year later. I didn't deflate at all. I was like, "What? You can just inject and never work out again after you have the mask? Like after you've done the workouts, you put it on, and it just all of it stays on, like all of it. Like everyone at the club asking you, "Yo, what do you bench?" And I go, "Dude, I forgot how to bench. It's been fucking years since I've been in the gym. Like, it's fucking mind bending how powerful that compound was." And I say was because no human, not even Chris Bumstead uses it anymore. He said, "Nope, I want to live long life. I don't want to touch that shit." And it's trash. Like if you think of all the lesser compounds, at least you get to keep some of the tissue with those. If you're somewhat, correct on your training and diet and stress levels, stress eats muscle. Even if you're on cycle, it can fucking make you look weird. And that shit always bothers me. That I was always genuinely really stressed out. I was like, bro, the sun is coming out, the weather's fixing. If I ran a cycle right now, fix the digestion problems with Tren and just fix everything. Fix the stress. I never even worry about money. None of that shit. Just run a perfect smiling. A smiling cycle is where you make the most gains because it has love in it. I was like, man, I'm too old for that shit. But a nigga could dream, right? A nigga could dream. And I guess I got to live through Togi a bit when Togi went on Super Draw, Equipoise, which is for horses. Trend is for cattle. Equipoise is for horses. And it was Super Draw, Equipoise, and high test, like a grammatest or whatever he ran, and high dose EQ and stuff. And I still remember thinking, I'm like, there is no steroid more powerful than besides trend. There's nothing more powerful than EQ, especially if you have test as the base. This is like a hair rape thing. Everything I'm anytime I say something's awesome, remember the word awesome comes with you're going bald fast. Like that's how fucking unfair. That's why guys who text me, I have so many clients who are bald. And I go, you're bald and natural. Like if I was bald, I would be fucking sauced out of my liver, dude. Like how the all I do is have fantasy thoughts of being bald. Like anytime I see a bald guy on Twitter, I go, dude, you're so fucking lucky in a weird way that you don't have to think about preserving anything. You can just fucking sauce up. Or if I see a skinny guy who's bald, I go, dude, you're not even, because usually bald guys are fat. But if you anytime you see a skinny incarnation, they have much less problems with steroids because they don't aromatize the estrogen. They don't turn into estrogen with the test and all as much. The fat guys ask any fat dude, they hate steroids. They go, dude, that made me even fatter. Like you fucking rape your. But if you start them from like a skinny ectomorph body, then the side effects aren't what you think it is, right? Unless you're getting the mental side effects, and You think you love those until you realize it eats at your business and stuff. Same with like running a big Fortune 500 company with Adderall, and then one day you realize I have millions of dollars. You did everything correct, but you were just dying, dead inside. You're dead inside. And why are you dead inside is because you're a fucking idiot. You grinded your mind into dust. Adderall's not free, right? And I guarantee you in the next couple of years, you're going to see a bunch of people get on YouTube and say, I'm free from the amphetamine curse. Because, like people say amphetamines are addictive. No, they're not. You're addicted to the workload you're doing. You're like, I'm doing so much work. If the money was, if, for example, I don't breathing make passive income. I'm not Gary who, "Oh, can you donate $500 so I insult Sneako?" That's fucking broke, nigga. But when your life is set up with passive income, people are like, yo, bro, grind out some amphetamine content, pop an Adderall, Zherka. And I'm like, why? It's like, why would I ever do that? My life's perfect. Do you know how nasty and ugly life is when you're on Adderall? You don't, years go by and you're like, huh? What happened? Sleep is different. Everything's metallic, ugly, and gay. And bro, you'll be stuck in that thinking, I gotta fucking grind. I gotta fucking grind. It's like, no, you hate your job. That's why you're using Adderall, bro. Like you hate. It's like putting a caged animal like me in a fucking Twitch stream. I was like, without Adderall, I'm not even doing this fucking stream, bro. At least Adderall, for some reason, you lock onto the screen and you don't let go until some days you make 6,000 just sitting there 12 fucking hours talking about fresh and fit, talking about we're just reacting to stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I have to bring that back this year. And I think this is the first time in my life I have to be a consistent streamer. I have to because like after Brazil trip, like that's enough fun for me. It should be enough fun right now. It's been fun for years. And it's so weird because like, you want to be the best, you want to be the best. And when you want to be the best in the streaming world and all that shit, you have to let go of the sanity parts a bit. And I'm like, yo, this is the first time in my life I get to stream for fun. And I miss that, bro. I just miss have a nice setup, cozy setup with the chat and all that. I hate the idea of building up a Rumble fucking channel. Like, what? A lot of people are like, why do you want to be on Kick? It's not that I want to be on Kick. It's that I already have my follower count there. That's why I like that. If you build your follower count somewhere and you have to start from fresh on another platform, I don't know how people like starting fresh. I can't stand that. I'm a numbers guy. I'm like Patrick Bet-David. I don't like seeing that lower number. I'm like, what the fuck? Look how much I have on this one. I like the speedy chat. I like it's mind blowing, bro. It's mind blowing that I talk like this. They give me my account back and then I don't go live. And I'm like, dude, we're pissing away raw energy here. Like, you don't know how much I'm laughing on Twitter. I'm like, why are we not recording this, bro? This is 2026 is the greatest year of all time. It just started. And anytime greatness is happening, if it's not recorded and streamed, we can't go back and laugh at it because no one recorded that shit. Like so much good shit is happening in my life and no one's recording it. What the fuck? People are like, yo, just live with a camera person and stuff. I'm like, bro, I have to get back into the game because there's something about the streaming world that we got one in the chat, bro. Doesn't it feel so small? Doesn't the streaming world feel so small? It feels like didn't Sneako just walk by and see Gary on the street? That's fucking the world is it's such a small Twitter world. It's like such a fucking small world. And so when the world is small, it gets really gay. It's like there's like a bunch of opinions and none of them are filled with the Christ. Have you noticed every channel you watch on Twitch, YouTube, Kick, they're all anti-Christ channels. Aiden Ross is an anti-cross channel, right? And you just get that energy off it. Sneako is an anti-cross channel. He's anti-Christ. Look at the posts he makes. Every fucking Gary is anti-Christ channel. Um, Fresh is a Christian. I don't think he talks about it much. Every fucking channel is anti-Christ. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and I look back into 2023, it was just me. Like, who the fuck? What are we talking about? When were there? There are no Christian players in Earth Evolution talking to the youth. That's just sad. There's nobody. And I'm starting to think Nick is maybe they're older. Maybe they're like 22, 23 watching him. Because I'm like, dude, I'm starting to think that these Twitch guys are actually absorbing the youth. Um, I think Marlon is a Christian, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Who else from the Twitch? Not gonna lie, dude. I know Marlon's not a part of this, but the Phase guys, I know they've never done anything bad. They've never even every Phase guy, the new Phase people, have said nice things about me. So all of them are cool. Silky and Black Boy and all those guys. But the problem is, face to face, I like that they said nice things. They were polite when they mentioned my name. So I have nothing against them there. But I'm not gonna lie, that was the worst phase of content I've ever seen in my life. Because I watch clips, right? That's the only thing I see. And that when the Phase clan was together, it was the worst content I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to say names because it just sounds mean, but like I never say Aiden Ross's content is bad. I say it's demonic, but I don't say it's bad. But was it Jason Ween? And I have nothing against that kid. I don't care if you copyright strike me. I'm just saying that phase, that era of 2024 or 2020, start of 2025, and all those clips, you don't realize how bad that content is until you start seeing some clavicular clips of like roasting a girl. And you're like, oh shit, she's being put in her place for being a fucking bitch. Finally, someone's doing that. He's doing it in the correct way, right? Because mine is overwhelming. Mine, they get so scared they start giggling. I love the way. I want 1,000 channels to do it the way Clav does it. He just calls them out on their shit and says, "Hey, that's uncool. You're a fake for doing that to Tate." Blah 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 blah, and they get the message. I love that style of like put her fucking feet to the fire. Who the fuck do these bitches think they are? Just soaking up clout. So you don't realize how much dog shit content there is. Like I always say that Phase Clan era of content when they were together was the most anti-Christ content. You just felt through the screen, you're turning. I don't know, maybe it's for kids, but it just felt like it was making you gay, right? And at least you see some Clav clip and he goes, retatutride this, and you go, what? He's talking about like big boy grown up topics. He's not talking about some fucking tutti fruity pebbles and all that shit. And then before the face clan stuff, what was out? Bro, streaming sucked. Like there's guys who are telling me, "Yo, Zherka, I know you're out of the game, but you should watch Ice Poseidon. He's in a van in Chile." And I saw some of those clips, and I'm like, "This shit's so fucking cringe. This is so unbearably cringe." Like, because I come from this world where streaming so explosive. Even the dating shows were explosive on Twitch. They were mean. They were I don't know, just like you had to do a lot of things. Everyone was bored. Everyone threw all the chips at the table. It was like that. And people, I'm like, okay, let's watch the Ice Poseidon clip. He's in a van in Chile. And I see Action Man. I get a little excited. I go, maybe, this view butter is going to do something interesting. And nothing happens. And nothing happened. And I clip after clip. And nothing interesting ever happened. And those were the clips. That's not even the stream. Like the highlights were nothing happening. And I'm like, oh, streaming is, and I'm the fool for not knowing this. Streaming is just turning the camera on and waiting for the hours to pass so you can get the paycheck. It's not actually this, we're making footage we're going to show everyone in 20 years. I thought that's what, you turn on a family camera, the dad Zherka comes over with his big fat belly and he's like, guys, I'm going to film an America's funniest home video. Yeah, see, I am old. I'm fucking old, dude. America's funniest home video. I'm a fucking dinosaur for mentioning that. But yeah, that's what streaming's always felt like. Is like are you getting the clip so your kids go, "Holy shit, you were bombastic. You were so funny. You were what the fuck happened?" No, it's a bunch of guys in a van in Chile waiting for Action Man to say something funny. It didn't happen. He started crying. I was like, okay, we've seen this bit before. So if I don't like the Ice Poseidon van stuff, which is so weird, you hear the word Ice Poseidon, you immediately think of bombastic, crazy stuff, right? You're like, didn't he used to have crazy streams? But like the last couple years, which is a long time in streaming, it's been boring. I haven't even heard of him for the last couple years. So I'm like, okay, the Chile stuff I don't consider that streaming, right? It's just good tech. You're driving around with it. I don't, whatever the face count stuff was, I consider it the mainstream stuff. Like I love Banks, right? He's always been good to me, but I said, Banks, bro, these guys are boring. Before they all broke up, I'm like, yo, these guys are boring as fuck. Like they're not gonna last, and they're all view bonding, but they're not gonna last. And now that they broke up, I'm like shocked. I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, what's next? What's the next cringe wave? YouTube is cringe, but the streamer waves, there's always something approaching around the corner. Like when Clav came on the scene, I'm like, okay, this is great. And then I was like, wait a minute, this is not just great. The last one was the Face Clan stuff, cringe as fuck. They're nice to me, but cringe as fuck. Ice Poseidon stuff, I didn't watch it, and if you watch that kind of stuff, I think you have mental illness. Like it's like watching Zherka in a van in Chile. It's like, "Leo, you should do that." No, what kind? I'd be in a sour mood too. I'd be like, "This is the shit we're filming. What the fuck? I thought we're Spielbergs of this shit, right?" Uh, Heel Mike is just picking up women on the street. I don't know what the fuck Heel Mike does anymore. I haven't even checked in on him. Uh, in a weird way, it's like, well, Heel Mike was always something crazy shit happening. A lot of crazy shit happened with him. What else? There was another wave of the Ed and the British guys. That shit was so cringe to me. That was like, what the fuck was it? You ever see content that has potential? You're like, oh, this could turn into something, but the background is London, and you're like, dude, this got boring so fast. When the background is London, I don't care who it is. KSI, people are like, yo, KSI is good to you. I've never known who KSI was because any British accent that comes up, and I said this in 2018 too. Anytime there's British energy, I get really bored because I know I'm not going to be in that part of the world. I'm not going to be driving around. There's, no human goes to. I think Myron is the only one who went to the UK, and he said it's the worst trip of his life. That all the women were ugly and all that shit. I'm like, oh wow. I thought it's just niggas fucking knifing people up on the streets. I know it's fucking boring too. And then people, all these streamers who do the Thailand trips. Oh, Zherka, you should, bro. I hate Thailand. What the fuck? Like Thailand? You think I would go to Thailand? That sounds disgusting. That sounds really dirty. I don't know. I'm not being racist. I'm just saying, like it's a little too liberal. The drug culture, there's all that shit. It's like going to New Orleans. I'm not going to. I'm not doing that. There's class to this shit. What the fuck? Thailand trip? Yeah, this just sounds dirty, bro. Anyways, you look at the streams of these waves of streamers, and you realize, holy shit, they all suck. They all fucking suck. They all fucking garbage streams, dude. So that's motivating. That's like I want to get up and fucking do some live streams because I love watching my shit back to back. It's fun to turn it on. The girls laugh. They go, "Why would you say that on your fucking spaces? Why do you listen to yourself?" And it's like, bro, I've got everything a nigga could ask for, and all I need is to just hit live, and I can't do it. I'm getting head right now. I'm literally getting head right now. I'm getting fucking head right now. I wouldn't do that to you on a spaces, dude. Anyways, by the way, I don't think degeneracy is the only thing that should be on stream. I feel like a lot of guys run to the degenerate stuff, and I'm like, that's not entertaining. What the fuck? What do I want to see out of streaming? Can't believe I'm saying this, but the Raj Patel show is actually good. I thought when I was on it, I was like, this show sucks. I would never watch it. And then I got into the thing. I was like, oh, let's see who does what. And so now it's like clips of Joe Rogan. I guess that's a stream. I wish I could go on Twitch, but what is Twitch? It's just XQC, right? If I'm gonna, and XQC is like the greatest faggot energy on earth. Like it cannot explain to you what's wrong with that kid. There's just faggot. Aiden Ross doesn't have the faggot energy. He does faggot shit, but he doesn't. You could get through an Aiden Ross stream. Getting through an XQC stream is like he tries to stutter more. He tries to stutter more for his audience. Like, dude, you're trying to stutter more. You already stutter. Like, you don't have to do that. It's like the grown man child thing is so corny to me. I'm a man child, but at least I'm around bitches. I'm not fucking XUC clicking buttons like a little faggot. Can't stand gamers, dude. I can't. If your fucking keyboard lights up in rainbow, you're a fucking homo. If you have LEDs in your room, you're a fucking faggot. If you have anything neon in your neon, that's the wave I forgot to mention. We're just fucking roasting everyone here. Dude, Neon is the most Indian fucking streamer in the universe, man. Like, he only streams so he has a reason to talk to women. Or, excuse me, they have a reason to talk to him. Yo, what is up with the world, man? The world was so cool when I was on. Everyone sounded like me in the comments, in the chats, and all that. But you look at a Neon comment section, and it's just fucking hilarious. Well, maybe you should go with her because the other whore is more reliable. Maybe you should go with her. The comments are trying to tell Neon which whore he should be around. Which one should. Or Neon's content is where he pretends to give a girl a big expensive present as content. So it's like, oh, it's just content, but he's actually giving them money behind the scenes as well. Like, that's fucking pathetic, dude. It's tragic. People are like, dude, Neon said good stuff about you. Let go of him. You're always fucking pitbulling this guy. And it's like, dude, he's half Indian, half Pakistani. And I'm the only influencer that likes Indian people, by the way. So I'm not shitting on him for that. Like, everyone, they're like, Zherka, you barely made Indian jokes on your Twitter. You attacked every race except Indians. I don't know. Just when six of them came up to me and dabbed me up in that clip on Twitter that I posted, I knew that was happening. I could sense that six Indian dudes were watching me from far away and that I will meet them one day. I didn't want to have that awkward clip of like I insulted your whole people, bro. I could just sense that. And plus, I used to have a bunch of Indians just in my chat going, "Oh, you should go to her chat. We mentioned that Zherka talked about her." They helped me get e-girls. Like, they're so cool. They never said, "Let me show her feet," because they knew I get mad about that. But when I talk to e-girls on Twitch, I'd be like, "Yo, move the camera around," and I give the Indian guys the little subsection what they want, like the feet thing. It's like, "Yeah, show your feet to the girl." And oh, nice socks. And they would do the wide hardos in chat because I used to keep track of the races in my chat, see who's reporting me, know all that. So yeah, like, really, I really always liked Indians online because there's something about one Indian fucking kid saying, "Hey, Zherka, this guy talks shit about you. He's got low followers. He's on Twitter. This is his Twitch. This is that." I'm like, "Why are you sending me all this? People talk shit." And he's like, "No, we can hack him for you." I was like, "Huh?" It's like I got on this Discord call with 11 of them. Fucking most of them were bots. I was like, "Yo, cam up." He's like, "No, we don't do that." And a couple of them were real, but the other, like, they had some systems. And bro, when I was on Twitch, I had another fucking Discord of just scammers. Or excuse me, they probably were scammers, but just hackers. It was like beast hackers. Like, not all of them were Indian, but it was crazy. It's like, my anger of getting banned on Twitch. I fucking have to go to the nightclub and make 200 fucking bucks now. And You gotta sell some baggies and fucking garbage days, bro. And every time I was banned on Twitch, I would post like some sad video of me working at the nightclub, and then these Indians would help me. And so I never talked too much shit about the Indians. Chinese people, I owe every space I address them as boring people. You know, I have so many Chinese friends that I always tell them to their face, I'm like, don't you, isn't there more to life than just being a background character? You know, like, there's like nothing Chinese about me. It's like the idea that you want to just like get your little good grades and, you know, so the coolest thing that happened was I went to Costco the other day and I'm doing grown up shit. You know, I'm never in Costco anymore, right? I went to Costco and I was having memories because I used to run around. I used to be on MDMA the last time I was in Costco. I never had a grown up life of like buying food from Costco and not Uber eating and shit. It's like on MDMA at Costco. But that was years ago. This time was actually, you know, let's get a little leaner, let's get a little more bison meat in my gut. And I come down quick, bro. Like January, like from the Jack Neal podcast to the Steiny podcast, bro. I think I came down quick. And people are like, add Reddit to it. My buddy who competes said, add Reddit to it. I said, no, I'm terrible. I'm already skinny, bro. I don't need to fucking cook myself like that. I'm already on a bit of Gino just for February. And like, that's more than enough. And that keeps my natural status, right? Like no testosterone, no steroids. And, you know, I always say naturals are faggots, but so, you know, as long as you're keeping hair. If you're bald and natural, what the fuck is mentally wrong with you? If you're not on TRT and you're bald, like I don't even get what you're doing in life. Like people are like always talking about, oh man, if I had hair, if I was bald, if I was an ugly fuck like you, I would be sauced to the gills, man. It's just I can't stand when I see my family and they go, yo, you're receding from the trenbolone. You're on trenbolone, you're receding. It's like fuck hair, bro. I don't give a fuck about hair. And then one day your brother says to you, you're becoming Vegeta. It's like you always want to be Vegeta until you look in the mirror and see Vegeta. You're like, what the fuck? I thought you were saying it as a compliment, like the veins that I'm using Babbity's Trenbolone. He's like, no, nigga, look at your hair. I'm like, man, fuck you. And it all grew back, bro. I believe in health maxing. I really do. The problem with health maxing is how do you health max if you're on if you're on in the streaming world? You're just angry all the time. You're just fucking pissed. If you've ever streamed before, you just see ugly fucking beta male faggots who never do anything with their lives, trying to fucking poke at you for attention. And you're like, dude, I'm literally Brad Pitt. You're a faggot, bro. Right? I'm fucking your Jennas, your favorite e-bitches, and you're just sitting there in your room like a little fucking. It's kind of like when streamers pop off and you realize it's just a faggot in his room with a chat. It's like a faggot in his room with his chat. It's like, bro, come on, do something cool, man. Get out of that room. Get the fuck out of that room, XCC. What are you doing? Give us content, bro. This always happens when I'm like, yo, someone got to bring more content. I get up and do it myself. But, bro, I got Brazil in a couple of days for a long time. And I've been everywhere on earth except Brazil. I've got 6 more countries I'm going to in this year, but those ones have to be streamed. This one doesn't have to be streamed at all. And there's an embarrassment to like you see these streamers who have chicks on their stream and you start looking close and realizing the women are ugly on the stream and like, yo, we had better selections of because you got to get entertaining women and hot, which is impossible. If they're entertaining, they're not that hot. And so, you know, you got to find a happy medium for chat to be happy. Or at least I do. It's like for me, it's more a party than a business, right? You just guess you could get some ugly ones or whatever, but my buddy is telling me you're gonna love Brazil. It's like the most beautiful people in the world. I'm like, no, it isn't, bro. Like, if people say that about everywhere, it's like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fair. And then I saw it. We bought our tickets a few months ago, a month and a half ago, and I see a clip the other day of some black guy in Brazil. And he's like, holy shit, I didn't believe the passport bros, but these chicks are insane. There's so many of them. And I'm like, dude, we're used to America. In America, every chick is fat and ugly except the one you want. The true Stacy you want, that one is a whore. Is a whore. You know, if you notice, most guys just chill with their ex-girlfriends secretly all the time. Like they get exhausted, they get whore fatigue, and then they just chill with their ex, and nobody knows. And they're like, that's an American life, I guess. Um, but yeah, I want to do something in Brazil. I just don't know what, and I know I don't want to get in trouble there because I have so much planned for this year, and it's just wild that I haven't been to that part of the world yet. Brazil, in Argentina, and I'm going to some other places. And it was depressing seeing those clips of them in Chile. I'm like, that looked like shit. That looked like garbage. Hope it's not like that. And if you're from Chile, don't get all hurt. Like all these fucking small third world faggots that DM me. Well, if you hate the whole world, if you only like America and hate the whole world, you, that means you're saying that about your country. It's like I think anyone is saying it about their country. They're trying not to be rude, but if you live in America and you don't want to live anywhere else, aren't you kind of saying that those regions are not up to your standard? They're not evolved enough? Like what place in Europe is evolved enough for you to have a good life there? If you're not in the West, like what the fuck are you doing? So maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Brazil will blow me away. Although I was told that you're gonna get people just get randomly scammed, like robbed at gunpoint. I was like, what the fuck? We have to worry about that. And no, it's cool, bro. It's cool. I'm like, or they say you can't go out at night. Like I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not you fucking chatters. And my big buddy goes to me, this guy's crazier than me. This guy looks at me. He goes, no, you really can't go out at night. And I was like, what, you too? What, you too? What the fuck is going on? Bro, fuck it. We risk death. Let's go, you fucking pussy. Let's go get cigarettes on the other side of town. He's like, no, Zherka, you actually cannot do that. I was like, that's crazy, dude. Then what is this place? They're like, no, it's a lot of fun still. And so I don't know how long I'll be there, but got a sick penthouse, got all this nice shit, and it's all pretty much free. Like my whole life is always everything free, which is so weird. I didn't need all this stuff now that I have money, but where the fuck was the free shit when I was broke? There should have been some free shit when I was broke, right? As soon as you pop off, I became sponsored athlete. All the supplements free at my doorstep. GorillaMind.com. Use code John. That's JON, nigga. No H. Right? I'm not a faggot. Listen, I'm wrong about that. All the supplements, proteins, creatines, all the nightclubs, all the events, all the penthouses, all the places to go. And if it's not event oriented, it's friend oriented. Like someone has something. How the fuck is all this free shit for me now in my life? And it wasn't when I was broke. I'll pay for the penthouse. I don't need you to fucking trick on me, nigga. I'll pay for it easy, but that's like nothing. And that's like the worst part. And people say that's the best part of life. You pop off and shit just because everything becomes free in your life. No, that's the worst part. Because when I was broke, having a unlimited protein supply would be fucking on trend. That would have been awesome on trend. What the fuck are you talking about? Now that I'm not off all gear, now I don't need fucking protein. I'm not even in. I can't even elevate protein synthesis for 48 hours like on gear. Like it wouldn't even make sense. It was like, you stupid? Imagine having protein, creatine, the BCA, the branched chain aminos, all that shit free when you're on trend. Like, why didn't no one sponsor my trend, Dave? You're sponsoring a fucking natural. That shit hurts, man. That shit stings. I've heard so many people say this though. They're like, yeah, when you get over the hump on the other side of life and everything becomes like hookups and free and friends and all that, the only thing you think of is I'm not even gonna access half this shit. Why the fuck is it pushed in my face? You know, at first I thought, oh, it's because they want to slap my name across their stupid gay ass products. They don't even want to do that. A lot of this stuff's like under the radar. They just want to party, and I thought that's like just for me. No, even gamers get that. Everyone gets that. And there's like that video that guy made about me, the physiognomy thing. He's like, Zherka wants to be on the higher echelon of life. Yes, I do. Always. I always want to be on this side. That broke nigga shit is the worst fucking life. Or there's a lot of you guys in big ass cities, and you're like, how do I access the city? Bro, if you don't pop off, you don't get to access your own city unless you want to be an underlord. If you want to be in the underworld, if you want to be in the underground, which is like what happens there besides drug maxing, you just become a drug addict in the underworld. It's like that's how you want to meet people, and I don't even think people have enough time to do that anymore. Like, do people have enough time to have a couple years of their life torn away from them by underworld maxing? Like, no, bro, nobody wants that. You know, go the other route. So yeah, it's like February. I mean, this year is fucking the best. I predicted this that it would be a Trump year, like Trump energy all around. The aesthetic, the everything has to be better. Like even women are being held to a higher standard. Everything's gonna level up. But are you guys leveling up? You know, is anyone even talking to you about that shit? Or am I going away for a long time? Like you missed the. I did a 7 hour call yesterday in the thezerkaofficial.com, and I'm telling you right now, that shit is a little too advanced, but life changing. Maybe you could skip 2 hours of that call because it was a little too advanced there, but everything else was life changing because it was like, bro, we are Charlie Sheen on Tiger Blood. We are on. And just remember everything I tell you guys, school is cope, work is cope. Everything you do in your life is cope. The only thing that is not cope is popping the fuck off. Pop the fuck off, and I don't even care what happens after. You'll be in the upper echelon. That's all that matters. When you can tell your doctor, give me that shit, and your doctor says yes because he knows your name, he knows who you are. When you guys go to the doctor, you say, give me this shit, he says, fuck you, you don't get none of that, right? I said, what am I doing for my birth? I never celebrate my birthday, but I always celebrate the birth month in energy. Like, for example, usually on my birth month, I'll do something crazy. Usually, my birth month, I'll hang out with an ex. I'll do something that is wild, that's out there, right? And then this birth month, I'm like, yo, I want to rejuvenate. I feel so fucking healthy and good. Like, just, I should be purged of how much health maxing I've done. And it was kind of slightly by accident, you know. There's a lot of effort, but really, I'm not that healthy of a guy. It's like I'll still do whatever the fuck I want, but just the stars aligned in this shit, you know. And some of you guys know what I'm saying. 2026 is just such a good feeling, just energy, right? If you know what I mean. If you did it, if you're smoking cigarettes and all doing all this stuff that takes away from you, it's like, dude, there's plenty of parties to do that at. Don't do it in your regular work schedule. Like, don't fall for the stupid shit I fell for. Like, I remember the Adderall and 30 cigarettes a stream on Twitch. What the fuck? That was disgusting, bro. Like, you feel your insides are black. And my chat used to say to me, they're like, the way you smoke is like you're on a fucking island. You're like traumatized. Like it's like the Tom Hanks movie with the Wilson. I was like, really? I don't even like cigarettes. I'm like, no, bro. I've spent 7 years just fucking burning myself from the inside, and I feel so good. It was like 2 years no cigarettes because there's something about cigarettes where they're not addictive. But if you're on stream, and you know how stream gets boring fast, like you just see a bunch of faggot chatters. You just see dollar signs, like hey, look at me. You see a bunch of faggot chatters, and you're like, all right, you know, it's an office, whatever. We'll sit here. Or might as well have a cigarette. It's an office. And then you're like, okay, now what? You know, you have to put a fucking raging bull in front of a screen. You're like, let's go fuck some bitches, or let's just talk to some faggot chatters. You talk to the faggot chatters, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? Let's go for another cigarette, and another. Fucking years and years go by. The years in the club, years on Twitch, same shit. Except it was more cigarettes on Twitch, which is like, what, did Twitch stress me out more than fucking working at the club? Yeah, because, you know, that's a social environment, and talking to a screen is just nasty work. And, dude, just getting away from all that for a few years, and uh, it feels like 6 months, but I think 2 years passed. Dead ass sober. And I'm like, yo, this February, I don't want to be sober. But I don't want to knock myself off perfect consciousness because we're literally a business titan. We're making so much fucking bread on a 3-day-a-week schedule. And the other days it's just health maxing. Really, it's like, wow, it's easy when you're not bored. You know, streaming makes you bored. But February, I want to revamp my nervous system. So let's. I've never tried growth hormone. Derek at More Place More Dates and me used to talk about this all the time, and he would like soft recommend it to me, but not that hard. And obviously, it's like a waste if you don't do it on gear. On gear, it really works, but as a natural, it's more like for health. And I didn't want to go to something that takes away from me. You know, I don't need scattered mind. I want to have fun. I want to be even healthier for Brazil. Not too healthy. I don't want to get anyone pregnant, all that. And I just had a trip in December. So it was like another trip right away. I'm like, all right, you know what? February month, let's pin some of this genotropin. Pfizer, pure growth hormone, pharma grade, the expensive shit. And it was fucking incredible. Like, I make it sound like heroin. It's really not, right? So a lot of people pin it, they don't feel anything. They just like, oh, I just wasted $400. You know, so you brokies don't ever touch that. But man, that my every part of my body, that was the shoulder, the hips, the all the damage I had from I got into running, I got into a lot of this healthy shit. All of it healed, bro. The hair got thicker and more dense, and I shouldn't promote this because you know everyone says they're like for a health max, looks max. You shouldn't promote what actually densifies the hair follicles because some niggas are so desperate they'll go broke buying all that shit, you know, and then they'll stress and lose even more hair. And I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't promote this because what I'm just talking about in my circumstance, I'm like, holy shit, my vision, everything was just. Now I know what Joe Rogan is talking about. I just remember having that feeling like, dude, back in the trend days when we were doing steroids, imagine I had all this fucking cash to run serious growth with that cycle. You know, that's why I love Togi. I got to live through Togi. Like, look how fucking sauced he got on the equipoise and the growth and all that. And yeah, man, money makes a difference in life. You know, don't just spend a bunch of years in your adult life partying. That shit. If you're gonna party, be the number one guy in your city for it. You know, but don't. Man, if I could go back, I'd be like the only missing variable to all that stupidity I did to my body. This would have been a good cleanup crew. The GH would have been great cleanup crew. It would have mitigated a lot of side effects too. And so I'm like, yo, money is a huge variable, man. And now I can't even get sauced. Like, what would be the point of getting sauced now? And so I'm gonna bring people up, man. I'm just telling you guys what it is before I leave. And really, this call is to remind you guys don't miss out on the ZherkaOfficial.com. That last call I did is life changing. Bring some people on, and Gary's been listening for a while, so I'll bring Gary first. Gary, you little fuck.
What's
Gary.
what are you mad at?
So what if I say, hey, you keep talking about Sneako, you automatically assume I'm defending that faggot?
Of course.
How's that
I,
defending? How is that defending? What are you talking about?
because it seems like you like being the only one who talks shit about Sneako, man. This is a faggot. There's enough room for everyone to talk shit about this guy, man. All right. This dude
Yo.
literally tried to press me on the streets, and when I came up to him, he starts fucking acting like a victim. Like,
Yeah, I didn't
bro,
get what was his goal there?
well, he was with Fishback, and Fishback was with me like 5 minutes before he came with Sneako. And I told Fishback, you're the Gripper candidate. And he's like, well, Nick Fuentes hasn't endorsed me. Funny, he endorsed him that day. And I said, you're a referendum on Nick Fuentes. If you get at least, you're not going to win, but if you get like 40% of the vote, that shows how powerful of an influence Nick Fuentes is. But if you get less than 12%, it shows that Nick Fuentes is just big on the internet and doesn't have any real foot soldiers. So he is the referendum on Nick Fuentes. And then 5 minutes later, he comes with Sneako, and Sneako's like, you said you're going to put death threats on. I mean, bro, who's going to waste their time putting death threats on Sneako?
Wait a
This is
minute. Wait a minute.
a,
You're making it
bro.
sound like he came up outside of his apartment just to confront you. I thought he was just
Yeah,
walking
bro,
by.
that's exactly how it seemed like. He fucking went down that path
Really?
specifically to confront us. And you know, Fresh man, he's not going to be fucking
Yo,
pulled in that fucking.
Fresh got to do something, bro. He can't just
Uh,
sit there.
Hey,
You know he
well, I
can't
mean,
just sit
listen,
there.
Fresh is going to record it. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the scene and I'm going to get the views. Because as soon as I went out there, I'm like, okay, I'm going to press this dude on being a fucking Muslim who's a grifter who just fucking drinks. He literally drinks every fucking day, fucking Zherka. And he claims to be a Muslim. This shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
bro.
he likes his alcohol, bro.
I,
You don't
I
fuck with alcohol.
really, really regret trying to make you guys be friends again in 2023. I really regret that, bro. Because that dude's like a cancer. You fucking got away from him, and you fucking flourished. You fucking now know how to make money off fucking the social media. Good for you. And he's stuck doing the same shit, bro. He's never gonna fucking change.
But
He literally
isn't he
grinds
doing?
12 hours a day.
He should be doing good for himself. Isn't he doing good for himself with kick and shit?
I mean, I mean, he was with Party, and you know,
Yeah, what the
he had
fuck
to
happened to
go.
Party? Wasn't it Doherty there and Mike?
Well, yeah, they Doherty, Mike, and everyone got unbanned on Kick, so they went right back to Kick. But Sneako got fired.
What are you talking about?
I'll,
Why are you talking so much shit, bro?
I'll tell you off
Because
camera. I can't actually go
how
into
do you
that.
get fired from
I
Party?
didn't get him fired. I didn't say that. I just said he got fired. That's it.
Yeah,
He was.
you clearly got him fired because you're like close with them, right?
I didn't do anything. Why you assuming things,
Because
bro?
you're a Jew. You get people fired instead of
Yo,
confronting
you
them. You
got a
fucking
fucking
Jew
Jew
kike
on
fuck.
your goddamn fucking bio. Yo, you're fucking. Where your nuts to fucking put a fucking 5'6" Jew like Steiny at your fucking Twitter bio, bro?
Man, that's just so people
That's some
stop asking for content. They're like,
that's
go
some
on.
homosexual shit, bro. Wow, the
You don't
fucking
get
we
along
go
with
to
Steiny?
Zerka's page.
Steiny's cool.
We
What the
go to
fuck?
Zerka's page and we see a Jew and we see
Yo,
is that your new handler?
he got me a good deal recently. He's cool.
See, I knew he was the handler. I
He's
knew he was the
cool.
handler.
Yeah, what do you not? First of all, you have to be an idiot to not work with the Jews. You can talk shit about them, but you got to work with these guys. These guys got serious money.
Who you talking to?
I'm telling you, Gary, right now, Miami's all Jewish people. So
I know. That's why I live here.
when I come down, I'm going to the club
Sunny
and I'm paying.
Isles is
Bro,
70% Jewish.
I think higher. I think higher, dude. You see them on the street. You see them penny pinching. We see a lot of. Are you still in Sunny Isle?
Yeah, of course. I got three places here now.
Is that real or is that just in fantasy in your head?
I mean,
You
I
gotta
had
tell, bro.
three places when you were here. I
Gary,
just got three better places.
If you had Sears money, just get that Rolls Royce, bro.
Oh, listen. If you want to waste your money
No,
in a
just to
Rolls Royce,
show us that you got
cool.
the money for it. If you
Right,
show us,
listen,
that's nothing, bro. That's 500 bands,
Zerka. Whatever. What do you make in a year,
bro. More than you.
Zerka? What do you
If
make in
I
a
hold
year?
on, if I buy that Rolls Royce and I show you all the paperwork, will you then say I shit on you?
No, of course not, bro.
Why? Why
Because
you can't do it,
Zerka, do you even make 100,000 a month? And I'm not
bro?
talking about Canadian.
Gary, I'm telling you, don't say Canadian, bro. Don't ever say Canadian here.
I mean,
Gary,
you're from that shithole, not
Gary,
me.
you need a car.
I need Uber Black.
Bro, you can't be
The
Ubering if
fuck?
you're Gary, the numbers guy. You need a
What do you
fucking
mean?
car.
You have to have a chauffeur, bro.
No,
I get chauffeured around the goddamn city. I don't like traffic. Why do I have to subject myself to fucking driving? I have someone else do that
get a
fucking grunt
driver,
work for
bro.
me.
Get a driver.
What do I need, bro? That's what an Uber is. It's an Uber
No,
Black.
Gary, you play
Dude,
it.
you're used to
You play
going in
it
the
too safe.
Teslas. You're
You
used to
see,
going in the
shut the
garbage
fuck
cars.
up.
I go in the Escalades.
You're in the
We're not the
fucking
same, bro.
Camrys. You're in the Camry. Gary, you have to throw your money on something stupid to prove you have money. You never throw anything. You only play it safe like a fucking. What are you doing, bro?
What am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm
you
fucking
gotta throw your
living.
money on something stupid. Show
I'm,
us you have money. You buy a Rolls Royce right now to shut us up. My
I'm,
community want to see a Rolls Royce.
I tell you what, Zherka. I saw this fucking beautiful Rolls Royce motorhome. If that shit's real, I might get that bitch. That's about the only type of Rolls Royce I would get. That bitch is about 2 mil. That I would seriously have
You would
bulletproof.
shut everyone
Fuck.
up with that, bro.
Oh, bro, that would be fucking beautiful, man.
That would be
But
a
see,
streamer's home.
that's the thing, Zerka. You're worried about what these fucking people think of you because you're a fucking butt.
No, I
And a
think it's
dog's
I think
always
it's a
worried about
waste.
what all
I
these
think it's a
fucking
waste
incels.
of life
Zerka,
doing.
they're
You change
incels.
your fucking children's diapers. You don't have a
Yeah,
car.
hell
Like
yeah,
what
I
the?
changed my
You
shit.
live
I
the
did it at
life
least
of an
once.
old
I did it at least
Filipino.
once. Hell yeah.
You're
I
living the
changed my
life of.
brother's diaper too.
You go to Vegas with a black guy named Fresh. If you're gonna live a horrible life, at least have a fucking car.
I mean, what's the issue with Fresh now, man? You guys are okay. Now you're talking
I
shit
love
about it again.
Fresh, but like I love Fresh. I didn't attack him. All I said was we know why he bought that dog. Like, chat, did he actually buy that dog because a black guy loves dogs, or did he get it for courting women? Like, be real right now.
I mean, I thought he got it because it was a white dog and he wanted to be the slave master.
Gary, I've never seen a black guy have a bond with a dog. They only buy them to like do stuff with them, like train them for war or something. But like a
I
bond, like blacks
promise
have
you,
bonds with
Myron does not
animals.
have a dog for fucking horse. I promise you.
But he trained the dog.
He trained the dog to fucking attack.
That's what I'm saying. That's what black guys do. They train the dog to like be like they want someone to work for them. It's not just about chilling. That dog Fresh
You
has
think
is to
Fresh's
pick
dog
up.
Hero is gonna attack anybody?
No, it's
Yo,
to
it's
pick
like a
up women.
fucking little
He bought
rat.
it so he can pick up women. I can see it in his eyes.
I mean, listen, and if it works for him, what's the issue?
I'm just saying he doesn't love that dog. Like Fresh, look into Fresh's eyes. Fresh's eyes are black. There's no love there.
I mean, listen, man. When
So,
why
this
you got me?
conversation.
We got so much material at Sneako. Why are you talking about Fresh, man?
You know what's weird is like if only everyone listening to us could be friends 1 month with Sneeko and then 1 month with Fresh. Every single follower of Sneeko's. Have you seen how
Gone.
bad every single follower that meets Sneeko in person says he's an asshole? And it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like Sneeko, I remember the last call I had with Sneeko. He was talking about something, Gary's on his ass or whatever. I said, bro, I think you just have to be a little less rude to Gary and all these people, and they'll stop. Like it's you. I told him it's you. You're doing something. He's like, what am I doing? I'm like, I don't know, because you don't do it to me, right? Maybe you're a little bitch when Aiden calls me a pedo. Defend me, you little faggot. Why is
But
Nick the
he'll
only one?
never defend you.
Nick, the only one who defend me? And it was mind blowing. I was like, what this guy's like a fucking opportunist. But I'm telling him, I'm telling him,
Like,
Gary, I'm telling you this. Him walking up to the street to confront you, it actually looked like he was just walking by. It didn't look like he went out to confront you. You know what I mean?
nah, you have to understand. This guy's an actor, man. He did it on purpose. He wanted some clips, and I fucking gave it to him. You're not gonna press me. I'll press you right back. You know my personality.
Yeah, I mean, it was funny. I still think if you and Fresh changed the 305 podcast name to Fuck Sneeko Show with the light up banner in the background, I will go from shitting on you guys to your biggest fan. Because if you're gonna, if dude, how many episodes have you shit on Sneeko? Be honest. Is it
I
every?
mean, dude, we're
It's
talking for
every
three.
fucking episode for
We're
a year.
talking for, bro. We're talking for 3 hours, and for 90 minutes of it, it's about numerology and me giving fucking readings. Come on, bro. We
bro,
talk
bro.
like 5
Every
minutes.
clip
We
I
talk
see,
5 minutes about
on
Sneako.
Twitter.
We're talking about the shit just gets clipped up, bro.
You're doing it, you fuck. You're the one.
I'm not doing it. I
You're the
don't
one
clip, bro.
editing
I
the
make
clip.
content, nigga. I don't clip.
You're the one pressing the timestamp. You're cutting. You're cropping it. You're doing all that.
I don't even know how, bro.
You're doing it in the back of
I
someone
don't
else's
even
car.
know how, bro.
You're
I
doing
don't even
exactly
know
what you're
how.
doing.
I just went. Yeah, let's go. Oh, 10 minutes. We're going. Yo, I'm going to do something crazy today. I'm going to go to Brickle and I'm going to put a table down in about 90 minutes. And I'm going to start giving fucking straight readings to people on Brickle.
Why didn't you do this years ago? That's fucking hilarious.
I'm about to do it right now.
Remember to pick your targets as the dumb blondes. Keep picking
Don't
dumb
know.
blondes. Be like, you're actually born in the year of the skunk.
The year of the whore.
Yeah,
I guess that would be all
all.
a Brickle.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same reading. We're gonna be like, "Oh, is it on a fucking lag? It's on a loop. It's the same reading."
Hey, they
When's
keep
that?
laying on their fucking back, so it is what it is, bro.
Now Miami got nice birds. Are you starting right now?
No, I'm gonna take a Uber down in about 10 minutes.
Are you gonna bring your wife?
Yeah, why not?
And did you change enough diapers today, or are you done for today?
Oh, my kids are fucking grown now, Zherka. They only, do that diaper shit when they're young. I
All right.
mean, when you become a man and you have some kids, you'll know about that shit.
Do you
Till
clean
then,
up? Do you clean up in your
until
house?
then, you're still a little puppy.
Are you cleaning up in your house?
Never. I don't clean shit, bro.
What
I
do you
don't do
do?
any.
What do you do? Do you play catch
I
with them?
make the money, nigga. That's it.
Make the money, nigga.
That's
Yo,
all
yo,
I
Gary,
do.
Gary, your kids are gonna grow up. They're gonna be like, "What does your dad do for a living?" they're gonna
They're
say,
gonna call me a
"Nigga's
content
a
creator.
fucking." They're gonna say, "Nigga's a fucking Jew." For a living. He's a fucking Jew for a living. I don't know what dad does. He's
Hey,
a
hey, hey! If I'm a Jew and doing
fucking
this, so are
Jew.
you.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It's just, what are you gonna say when go to this with parent teacher school day? You're gonna be like, what the
I'll say, I got more money than you, bitch.
yeah,
That's what I'll say.
yeah, yeah. That'd be hilarious if she's like the year of the pig and you fucking attack the teacher. Fucking enemy side, raising my kid. Yo,
Never.
Gary, please tell me you don't still believe in numerology. Like, I thought we're done with this.
Uh, I mean, you went for a phase when you were around me, and you got enlightened. And once my aura left you,
Bro,
and it couldn't like soothe you, and it couldn't guide you, you went back to the dark side. So it's okay, Zerka, man. At
I
least you were
I
enlightened
like
once.
numerology. I still know, like, horse year started, right?
Mhm.
It's cool. Like, bro, one in the chat if you like numerology. It's just, what if people are betting their whole lives on this shit, bro?
It's better than betting your whole life on Christianity.
Yeah, numerology's for dumbasses, bro. Like, let's be real.
Okay, so let's actually talk about facts. Year of the Horse started 3 days ago. The first day of the Year of the Horse, the former president of South Korea, who's born 1960, the Year of the Rat, was sentenced to life in prison. Next, on the 19th, that was yesterday, Prince Andrew, who's born 1960, the Year of the Rat, went to fucking got arrested too. So the first two people who get fucked, who are big names in the world, are rats in the horse year.
So if you're
Interesting how
right,
that works, Zerka.
interesting. But if you're right, that means Pearl will have a horrible year, right?
Of course.
So you're predicting that.
I mean, that's what the numbers themselves predict.
Who else is a rat? I think
Dwayne the Rock
Suleiman,
Johnson. Let's see.
Philly.
LeBron James.
All right.
Yeah, LeBron's fucked. But Prince Harry, he's fucked.
And if
So yeah,
nothing
rats are gonna
happens
get
with
hit
hold on,
hard.
we'll save this. If nothing happens with all three, four of these names, what are you gonna say?
I mean, dude, do you know what happens in their private lives? Do you know what's going on? Not everything's fucking public.
What the fuck?
There's nothing
Yo,
to
come
what the
on,
fuck.
that's
I'm
the
telling you.
greatest cop out.
I,
So your cop
I, I'm
out's already
telling I'm
loaded.
telling you what it is.
Your
I'm
cop
telling you
out
what
is
it is.
loaded. What the
Yo,
fuck?
how did you do in 2024, nigga? How'd that
Bro,
fucking dragon fucking feel, nigga?
Gary, I only tell the truth, and that was the worst year of my life.
Okay, so you're over here talking shit, laughing, and
You
that
nailed
was
that
the
one.
worst year of your
That
life.
was good. That was good. You nailed that one. But if all these guys don't go down, something's off, right?
No, something's not off. Nothing's off. I always say it's 85%, but in your case, it was 100, my nigga.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, the only time it kind of makes sense is like there's this underlying hatred I have for Aiden Ross. You
I
know?
mean, now see, that's one thing I could say is probably not a big fucking deal because everyone has like doesn't like faggots, and so when sees them, they get really mad because it takes a lot of brainwashing for people to accept faggots.
No,
And
it's more like the. Do you remember this NFT era when they're trying to scam everyone with NFTs? But those
yeah, Mark
people I
Cuban
hate.
tried to do that.
Yeah, I
Mark
can't
Cuban was
stand those souls. I feel like if I ever had to curse a soul, it'd be all the NFT people.
Mark Cuban tried to get me on those NFTs. I was like, bro,
Hey,
this shit don't make sense.
you're just gonna you're just gonna tell us that you chill with Mark Cuban now?
I mean, I post the emails, bro.
The emails, huh?
Like, bro, like you think it's like a big deal to chill with people like this because you believe it's unattainable, bro. They're just people. They're just people. If you're in the right places, you fucking see them.
Yeah, where were you at when you saw him?
The Mavericks and Dallas and Golden State championship game in the Chase Center.
Was that under the White House in the secret chamber? Or
Oh,
the Vatican archives?
that's in San Francisco, the Chase Center. It's a basketball game they had in the playoffs.
Gary and San Fran, like that is the gayest shit ever, bro.
I mean, I'm usually in and out, bro.
You like San Diego?
San Diego is the best part of California.
I
Like,
agree.
yeah, when I was in bro, like when I was in LA doing a whole bunch of talk shows and going to TikTok and shit like that, I literally saw a naked man walking the streets in LA.
Who?
And a naked man was walking in the streets of LA. I see this shit. I'm like, get me the fuck up out of here. I literally drove 2 hours straight to San Diego
It was
and fucking chill there.
probably his enemy year.
No, what the fuck happened to him, bro? That nigga's in the enemy life.
No, well, so rats are going down. That's your prediction. We're gonna make fun of you if these are off, but rats are going down.
When am I off? Zherka, haven't you learned your lesson yet? Nigga, I
So,
don't make mistakes.
so if they're online personalities like Pearl, we're gonna see them go down, huh?
I mean, I don't wish any negativity on Pearl, but it's her enemy year. It's her turn to pay the piper. That's how the shit works, And you went through your shit in 2024. I'll go through mine in 2031. Everyone pays the price.
Yeah. All right.
Thing is, I know how to navigate this shit a little bit better than everyone else.
All right. And they're saying one more thing about Sneako. We want to see you guys piece it, bro. I'm the only one who should be Sneako. You guys shouldn't. You guys are done.
Listen.
I don't
When it
hate
comes,
Sneako. I just find him really fake. It's not like I hate him. It's like
I don't like fake people.
yeah, it's hard to be around.
I mean, think about it. In 2022, you was sucking off Tate. In 2023, he was sucking off you.
Yeah,
In
Trump. What about
2024,
Trump?
he's going to
2024.
Aiden
Trump.
Ross,
What about
and now
Trump?
he's going to
He
Clav.
took a picture with Trump. Now he's attacking Trump.
Bro, I'm the one who got him to fucking start voting for Trump. It was me fucking pressing him when I was his manager. I'm like, bro, fuck this shit. You gotta vote for every fucking day. I'll be on his ass. I never would imagine it would turn into a fucking raging fucking liberal. Shit's crazy.
I did imagine it would happen, but I thought it would be a slow bleed. I didn't think it'd be that quick. I'm like, whoa, Mandani, bro, chill. That's crazy.
Yeah, I checked him on that McDonough. I'm like, go back to New York. You're not wanted here. Go back to your fucking communist McDonough.
Yeah, doesn't he live in New York? What's he doing here?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what he's doing there. Maybe he fucking helped install the liberal, but now he doesn't like his policy, so he took off.
Yeah. I mean, like, Jet? Who do you guys like more, Sneeko or Gary and Fresh? Like, when I say Gary and Fresh, you guys look like bullies bullying Sneeko, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
And what the fuck do you look like?
I'm so fair. I'm fucking so fair. What are you talking about? When I call
What
him
do
a
you mean
faggot,
you're fair?
when I call him
What
a
are you
faggot,
fair about?
I'm not doing this live on a podcast. I'm calling him a faggot because he is. You guys are doing it for clips.
No, we're not. We're fucking calling it out like we see it, bro. This dude is a piece of garbage. I'll call it out.
Well, everyone's saying that Sneako is the one starting it with you two, but
Of course.
it looks. How come I see more clips at your side?
Nigga, because you're probably a fucking dog and you're blind.
Yeah, I did mute. I muted like
This
10
nigga's
Sneako
fucking putting
channels.
shit all
I, I
over.
muted, bro. I muted like 10 Sneako channels. I'm like, bro, he's everywhere. What the fuck?
No, listen, he came to press me, so I decided to make some fucking
Yeah,
clip. It's that simple.
yeah. I mean, let's be honest, bro. What is he gonna do when he realizes that the blue energy is gonna ruin his life? Like, it's not free. He's gonna come back to the red pill and say, "Hey guys, I'm sorry," and fresh,
No,
smiling,
no,
and
no,
everyone's like,
no.
"I'm telling you,
We
it's
don't,
gonna happen. You're gonna see the apology stream. I guarantee you."
bro. I don't accept this guy
You
back
know,
in any movement.
there's an apology tracker online, and Zherka's given out I've given out like got almost near two apologies in my life on stream on camera. Go look at apology tracker of Sneako. He's apologized 500 times a year to
I
stream.
mean,
He's always beefing niggas, bro.
he's a cuck. What do you expect?
Bro, that hurts, man. Don't call him that.
Why?
Don't fucking call him
Why?
that. Because it's his
Why?
horse. It's his horse year, bro.
I give a fuck what it is, man. Fuck this nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Remember when you fucking were mean to Clav and then he shit on you? He like literally shit on you.
I mean, listen, you still don't get it. When I see opportunity to get clips, I will press them. You didn't see the clips on my thing that got millions of views of me fucking pressing the shit out of him. So like,
But
it
he's a
is
good
what it is,
kid,
man.
man. He's a good kid.
I know that's why I don't pick on him. I mean, listen, me and him are fine. Don't worry about it.
See, you're trying to be fine with him now that he popped off.
Not at all. Not at all.
Come on, bro.
Listen. I run TikTok now. Fresh and Fit, we're just on TikTok. I run TikTok now. So when it comes down to it, if any conservative wants to go on TikTok, they need my fucking protections because I run the agency.
Do TikTokers know this or
No, the conservatives ones do, yeah.
so? What do they have to do? They gotta ask, like, "Hey Gary, can you get me on TikTok?"
No, they got to be underneath my agency.
Right, you got to take a cut of them. You're extorting them.
There you go.
Wow, wow.
There you go.
All right,
Hey, listen, we all got to step our game up, right?
all right. Let's bring some people in. See, do you guys like Gary or is he full of it? Do you guys like Sneako? What's happening on Times Square? What up, Skittles? Skittles, you gotta stop apologizing to me. It's fucking gay. It's weak. Like, who told you you should apologize to people?
No.
Can't stand when someone apologizes to me. It's like, what the fuck are you about?
Okay.
I wasn't even mad at you.
Yo, Zherka,
Hello.
why does the Zherka archetype work in life so well?
Um. Yeah, I've gotten that
It's the
question.
cocaine.
Like, no
uh,
homo, but for
you know,
real.
I've gotten that question before. It's like nerds they rock with my energy. The Chads rock with my energy. The weirdos rock with my energy. I'm telling you, I think that I'm the only human on Earth, and this is gonna sound wild. I think I'm the only human on Earth that is telling the truth. I think
That coke
Gary
talking.
never tells the truth. That's why he looks like that. He's got high blood pressure. That's why I'm
Yeah,
telling
I'm
you,
not born on the 23rd like you, motherfucker. Thank you.
Gary. I'm telling you, life is stress free when you tell the truth, bro. Two plus two is four. Okay, two
You
plus two is
literally
four.
lie for a living, bro. You talk about Christ as king. You literally lie for a living. What are you talking about?
How's that a lie?
You can't even prove. No, you didn't. You never even proved Christ as king. You can't even prove he existed.
Do you want me
Yo,
You
to?
believe it.
You
You
want me
have
to
nothing
kill
but
you?
faith.
Is that what you want?
You have
Kill
literally
you?
nothing but faith. You can't prove faith.
Gary, I'm gonna go up to your children and put a cross necklace on them next time I see them. I'm gonna protect them.
Do that.
Yeah.
If you ever have any kids, I'll convert them to be numerologists like I converted you.
Yeah, yeah. No, they'd be Listen, if my kids enjoy cocaine, they're gonna love numerology. They're gonna fucking
Don't even kid like that.
eat that shit up. Don't what?
Don't even kid about kids doing drugs, bro. That's not even funny.
If my children were doing coke,
Yeah, don't even say that, bro.
what though? When did you turn to a liberal weirdo? What the fuck?
I don't do drugs, bro. What are you talking about? I never have.
Yeah, I know, and it's funny because you're the crackpot. You're the numerology crackpot. Yeah, Gary. If Gary started doing drugs, he'd be like, numerology's fucking retarded. They'd run you straight. They would
Yeah,
fucking.
you know what, Zherka? If you could charge more than $5 for a reading, maybe you still be in the game. I'm over here getting 500. You're getting like $5.
I get 800 minimum for 30 minutes, but we don't. We laugh
And only
about
if you lie on your
we
back or get
laugh
on your knees, bro.
we
Only
laugh.
if you get on your knees, pimp.
No, we laugh and talk about numerology. We even tell each other the animals, and we love that shit. But we don't take that serious. It's like, Gary, you ask for donations. Like, you're literally a beggar. You're asking for donations on a
I don't
fresh.
ask for anything.
Don't you don't you
I sell a
split your
service.
donations in
And
half
by
with
the way,
fresh?
people value my service 100 times more than yours because you would get $5 and
Yeah.
I'd get 500.
If that were true, I would go to my.
Circa. I
Yeah.
literally went to get my
What?
hair cut today. Okay.
Did
And
you
I
ask
had
for donos
2,000
for
in
that?
donations.
Yeah,
2,000 in
you
donations.
paid your haircut with donations. Dude,
Hmm.
Gary, stop saying that, bro.
I went on you. I got 20,000 views getting a haircut, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it's on my YouTube.
Who
I
the
did it
fuck
like
would
3 hours
watch that?
ago.
Who the fuck would?
20,000 people watch me get a haircut. They donated 2K while I'm getting a fucking haircut, bro. You don't
Dude,
got pulled like that.
that view bot is crazy, dude.
I'm not a neon, bro.
What happened to Kane?
I talked to him. What's up?
He's not in the game.
Oh no, he is. He just switched to Latino creators.
All right, let's bring some people in here, guys. Attack Gary if you want to. It's got to be genuine though. Don't force it. You don't want to attack Gary. You got to attack Sneako. You know the rules, right? I want to have the. Yo, Gary, if you put that sign, this is the fuck Sneako show with the electronic sign behind, I will give you 5 straight Zherka episodes in a row. If I see that sign, it's the fuck Sneako show.
Ga-
I will
Gary, you should do
co-host
that.
5 episodes in a row. It'll blow the fuck up. But there's no point in talking shit about Sneako if it's not going to turn into a full meme. You know, like you got to go all the way. If I see that sign, and it can't be no small sign, cheap. It's got to be expensive, large, big sign that says the. It cannot say fuck Sneako because that's just rude. It's got to say the fuck Sneako show. It's got to
Mm.
turn into something on the internet where everyone goes,
That shows
"This
more
guy,
class, right?
this guy has no clout without Sneako." Like I want to see those comments for you guys. And if Fresh is on board with that, I'll give you guys 5 episodes in a row, like 5 back
Mm.
to back to back live.
And it's 5 episodes because Zerka's born on the 23rd, so he's still using numerology. Well, I was telling all you guys it's not real. You are doing the devil's work, Zerka,
What the
telling
fuck?
people something's not real while you use it
Using my
yourself.
hands to
You're
talk.
a
My hand
Jew.
has five
You're a
fingers.
Jew.
My hand has 5 fingers. Someone else talk. Let me
Four
see.
fingers,
Yo,
nigga.
Gary.
4 fingers, dumb nigga.
What? A thumb is not a finger?
No.
Ah, okay. Well, which one am I holding?
No.
This fucking
My,
dumbass.
my my biggest finger isn't on my goddamn hand, nigga.
Gary, bro, look at the rings you have. You have literal fucking candy pop rings. This fucking
Um,
photo.
which one of the faggots of your community made that?
I think it was Zerka updates. That guy's so funny.
Motherfucker.
Yo, Gary, you should hook me up with the reading real quick. Because it's my enemy year.
you cook, nigga.
Yeah, I know. All right. That's all I needed.
Lay low. That's simple.
What does lay low mean?
Don't take any chances. Don't take any risks.
So just live like a monk?
I mean, pull out.
All right. I like that. All right.
Don't want no horse baby. That would really fuck you up.
Don't want no
What,
baby, period, bro. What the fuck?
what if I'm dating a horse?
And you're a rat?
Yup.
Are you kidding me?
Bro.
Zherka, you don't even believe in this shit. What do you
I
mean?
know, but how'd you fall for a horse if that's the enemy sign? Like, what are you doing, bro?
Because it's a pull and play. You know what I mean?
Is she hot? Is she a hot
Of
horse?
course she is.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, bro.
Of course she is. How do you think they trap them, bro?
Well, horses are not that attractive, are they?
But they got nice bodies.
You know, Gary,
They're
what?
more attractive than Gary is.
So I should
No,
just pull
no
out,
doubt,
right?
no doubt. That's why I got a wife.
Wait, who's a horse woman? Wasn't Sam Frank a horse?
No, she was a goat.
Really? Oh, that's why she's a gold digger. It makes sense, bro.
Yeah,
It's like we're
she's
using
definitely
this
a
shit.
gold digger.
Can't
Big
stand.
time gold digger.
She's so fake, bro.
100%. She was the fakest one.
Out of all of them, yeah, she's like left
I
the
almost
Doherty
felt
gang.
bad for her.
What happened to Doherty? He lost all his money. It was kind of sad.
Yeah, I mean, he spent it all.
It's like he went through 3 enemy years in a row. Like I felt bad for all the girls left him. Like what the fuck was that,
I mean, listen, he had a lot of bad karma.
bro? What's wrong with your volume, Gary? Guys, I'm adding you. Speak.
Bros, I don't know if this is the place for this, but I'm watching the real estate market get kicked in the teeth in real time. There's no way I would buy a spot right now. Because if you wait, you're going to be able to get the same spot for cheaper or a better spot.
Dude,
I,
your literal bio says real estate expert.
yeah, for sure.
What the fuck are you doing here? No one wants to go to you,
Nobody
bro.
wants to buy your house. What's up,
Nobody
I'm not
gives
Zherka?
trying
a
to sell you
fuck.
guys anything. I don't want to
Yeah,
sell
what
you
up,
guys shit.
Zherka?
I'm telling you not to
What
buy.
the fuck is this shit?
Run this guy.
You are broke as fuck if you have to
Trying
do
to
that.
sell
You don't
houses.
even introduce yourself. You're a
I
Yeah,
fag.
he's
just, I
definitely a
just,
horse.
I
Zherka,
just
what are we
told
gonna
you
do our
What's your animal?
MVP
What's your
stream?
animal, bro?
I'm a rat.
Oh, what the
Oh, it's your
fuck?
enemy year. Rats in an enemy
Yeah,
year right
bro, you
now.
gonna die this year, nigga. You
We're all
gonna
gonna
die.
fucking
Dude,
die.
I may. That shit may go down. I don't know.
Wait,
But I'm just telling
are you
I'm
from
telling the
Gary's
young bucks in
community?
here, I'm telling the young bucks, chill out, dude. Just
Shut.
chill out. That's all I
Just
gotta say about
all
it.
right. Hey, check this out. Just because I want you to have future business, I want your coworkers and your clients to see your online presence. You are a nigger. You are a nigger. You are a nigger. And I am your best friend. My name is John Zerka. So
Based.
you're a racist. You're a racist uh, house salesman now, bro. That's
Fine. Hey, bro, whatever it takes. No, I'm anonymous on here. I don't want anybody like catching
well,
what
your
I'm
face
talking
is
about
on
on
there,
Twitter.
bro. We can see your nigger face.
Yeah, you can see my face, but you don't know who I am or where I'm at or whatever.
Ah, okay.
I'm not here for business. I'm here to chop it up with the homies. Get on a Zerka
Okay.
Live. What's up?
All right. So what's it like? Is Gary accurate at all with the rat year stuff, or do you collect information on houses and like do you operate like a rat?
Yeah, I
Are
definitely
you
do.
intelligent? Isn't that what a rat is?
Nah, bro, I'm straight up retarded. I don't think about anything. I just do shit. But
Shit.
no, I was kind of tripping out that Gary called out those guys getting busted, and I'm like, shit, is my past gonna come haunt me? But I'm just gonna lay low, not do shit like
Aren't
put
you
my name on
married, bro?
Twitter.
Did you
Yeah,
did you cheat on your wife?
I've cheated on every bitch that I've had, but I've never cheated on my wife. I
That's
Put your
start
shirt back
you.
on, you
That
fucking
means you
faggot.
that means you cheated on her the most.
Not at all, actually. Well, you, I see what you're saying, but
Well,
nah, I haven't pulled.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just making shit up. What do you mean you see what I'm saying? What the fuck?
Well, because I thought, well, yeah, whatever.
Whoa. Why are you trying to backtrack now? Did you cheat on her or not?
Nah, never on my wife. But
Why are you
put your
getting all
shirt back
sad?
on, dude. I'm not
How's
gonna
your
let my
tone
husband
getting
out.
all sad, bro? Your tone has changed. You're
Yeah.
sad. No, I never did that, bro. Why does it hurt you
well,
to say
okay,
no?
because every other chick that I've ever been with, and I'm older than you, Zerka, I've flown through them. Anyone I was in a relationship with, I was scumbagging the whole time, bro.
Yeah, good for you though.
And
You
you
knew they're not the one.
and you still have your PFP with no shirt on. What a fucking homo.
Is my there's
No, you're
I
thinking
don't
of Jesus.
Yeah, you got.
And bro, you Mexicans need to stop naming yourself after God. Like
Yeah,
Jesus.
chill. I got the straight boomer pick. I got hat, sunglasses, looking like the old man that I am.
Bro,
It's no
you
big
look like
deal.
the Vegas shooter.
Damn, why you gotta be so mean? Because it's Zherka, dude. This is what he does. He's funny. No glaze, no glaze. I'm here
Got
for
all
it.
the accessories, but you lost your T-shirt. Okay.
Carnage, what up,
Yo,
bro?
what is with this girl obsessed with me, yo?
Yeah, she's looking at the six pack, bro. What are you on? Are you on Retta?
No, I'm not
She
nothing,
wants
bro.
it. You know it. Fucking
Nothing,
whore.
bro. Well, you got a full head of hair, so don't risk it.
Yeah, hell no.
Zherka,
What's up, Zherka? What's going on, bro?
What's up?
Zherka,
What's
why
up?
do you hang out with this fat, ugly, degenerate Jew, Gary? Everybody hates this piece of shit.
Hold on.
I would
Who
rather
said
be
that? Who
born
said
a
that?
nigger
Dave,
than
we
be
got a new
Gary.
superstar in here. White suburban
Damn, you should
is
have
a
said it when you was
groiper, of
here.
course. Yo, what? Wait, no, keep him in. What are you guys doing? White suburban.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your issue with Gary?
I mean, first of all, he's just a degenerate Jew. I would say, but they're all degenerate. I mean, he's talking about, this new TikTok deal. Of course, a Jew just buys TikTok, and now he has some agency where he's gatekeeping. Of course, a Jew's gonna fucking do that. So fucking typical. Other
Yeah.
than that, it hurts my eyes to look at how fucking disgustingly ugly he is. He's so
Damn, that's
fat and
crazy.
obese. It's just
Why you worrying
like,
about other
how
men?
can
You
you
should worry
like
about
that
yourself, bro.
person?
Just don't worry about Gary.
My
Worry
name
about
is
yourself, bro.
Preston.
Don't tell me
What a
what to do,
faggot. You're a
bitch.
faggot,
Well, I'm telling you
Preston.
that, nigga. Like, relax, bro. Chill out.
Careful,
Yo,
Nigga,
yo,
nigga,
that
chill out.
wasn't even me. Come on,
Who
Carnage. Are
bro.
was
you
Stop
it
black?
then?
lying.
Because he's a groiper. He's
Sorry,
a
it shows
groiper.
everyone is listener. Who's the faggot on stage?
White sir.
Griper curse is coming for that motherfucker at some point. I
Is that
guarantee it. That guy's life is gonna
your
fall
white?
apart.
Is that your actual face? Oh, you show
Yes.
your face on here?
Yeah, because everybody says Groypers are brown, so here's a white Chad that's a Groyper, so fuck
Let's
everybody who thinks
go.
that.
Let's go.
Can I
And
give
what do you
legit
do for a
criticism?
living? Are you have a job where you can talk shit?
Software sales.
Huh?
That's not his
Software
picture.
sales.
That's one of the Baldwin brothers' pictures, you lying sack of shit. Another
Uh,
faggot with no T-shirt
no,
on.
that's
Ah,
Fuck
actually me,
you.
you
that would have been
stupid
so cool
bitch.
if it was actually.
I
That's
actually
a
have a
Baldwin
t-shirt
brother.
on. Do
Look
you
at
not
it.
have eyes?
Damn.
Yo, this bitch is
That would have been so
retarded,
We're
funny.
yo.
looking at a Chad.
Can I give my
Submit,
legitimate
bitch.
criticism of Gary?
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, I was shown a photo of Gary with low situational awareness in a bathtub in Vegas, where he didn't know that his reflection of his crotch was showing in the photo, and he uploaded it to Twitter. Somebody showed it to me. It's like
What?
viral. So there's a bathtub photo of Gary going around. So that traumatized
Yo,
You're
what
me.
such
the
a
fuck,
liar.
I know. I
bro?
swear. I I
And
swear.
I
I
It's
swear
so
bet
to
you
God.
disgusting.
Wait,
I
I
wait,
bet
wait.
just
you
He's talking
zoomed
about
all in
other
on that, you
men, bro.
little
You see what I
I
fucking
mean,
just
bro?
homo.
I
Nah,
just
that's some fruitcake shit, bro.
okay.
What's I went
No, I
about
was
tonight?
traumatized in a comment section I from saw it. that picture. It exposed his tiny shriveled cock. Okay.
Hey,
Yo, nah,
Mikhail,
that
can we
Hi
nigga
let
looking
Zerka.
me
Hey,
crazy.
hey
That
go?
nigga
Zerka.
looking
Let me speak for a
crazy.
second. I'm busy. I gotta get going. All Hey right. Zerka. I was listening to your nice and peaceful space. I was vibing with it, and then you bring this pyramid schemer GG33 with high cortisol to ruin the space. Why do you
Ace.
do that?
Because the street. I'm done talking. I'm gonna let the fucking monkeys dance, right?
Anybody but that clown.
Okay, the next reason I
He goes
really,
against everything you believe in, Zerka.
uh,
So does every fucking streamer
Yo,
we've
none of that
ever
Jesus
had
Christ
on.
shit
okay,
is real, bro. I never met Jesus Christ ever, bro. Don't worry about that.
he
He's
also
posting his tiny
flexes.
shriveled cock on the internet
Okay,
in a
yeah, so he's
bathtub.
Yo,
got
bro,
his,
stop
Oh,
talking
this
he's
is
got
about
it on the
real?
dicks,
internet,
bro. What's up
and
with
he's
you, man?
flexing
You
Mike
sus? You
Tyson
zesty?
on his flight. What grown man is flexing other grown men on their flight, saying that they know that oh, Mike
Why are you
Tyson
worrying
knows
about it,
me.
bro? Don't worry about it. Like, worry about yourself. You see what I
I'm
mean? Like,
I'm giving,
The
dude. This
numerology.
space
That
is to give
that's
this
legitimate
motherfucker is the
crazy.
type of
criticism.
person that's giving him money. You are a simp. Shut
What the
up.
fuck you yo, it's what I mean. You we get on the internet and we just start making assumptions and stories about
Carnage, do you
motherfuckers, bro.
give
I don't
Gary
even
your
know you.
money?
I ain't gonna say shit about if I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
Carnage, do you give Gary your money?
Shut up,
No,
nigger.
nobody know. I don't do none of that shit. What the fuck? You like, nah. Gary is solid. That's my homeboy. That's the bro god. Like, what the fuck? Like, if he's not here, don't talk about him, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Are you a dog?
Yeah, I'm 1994, 3 light path.
Yo, yo, that's my boy.
Yeah, you already know what time,
It's
bro.
Revenge of the
I'm a
Dog
dog.
this
I'm a
year,
Philly,
Zerka. When are
bro.
you
Bro,
gonna,
Carnage,
you
we
know?
should start a podcast together.
Yes.
Yeah, just hit me up, bro. Anytime, bro. I'm here, bro.
Got you.
Revenge of the Dog, Zerka. Use it wisely.
Yeah.
We're going to do a part 2 on our podcast.
No, dude, if I'm going to start a podcast, it's going to be with a groiper. That would be like a political-based groiper.
Who's
Yeah, but
Sneako?
you
Are we
know,
talking about
you
Sneako
know
again?
the biker pastor was a good
No,
episode.
Sneako's no groiper. What the fuck?
You know when we did our biker showdown,
I'm ready
that
to
was a good
pop off.
episode in Vegas.
Put me on, Zherka. I'm ready to go off on these
Yeah,
niggas.
I see bad potential in you, bro. You fooled me.
Appreciate that.
All right, I guess that's it for today, guys.
Hey, when are you going to Brazil? Like 2 days or?
Yo,
a
Zherka,
couple
hit me up,
days,
bro.
a couple days, but I got another space I gotta do. I got big shit to give you guys. And remember, guys, like,
Did you look up what Brazil is, the animal, or no?
well,
Nah, he's good.
what animal?
Nah, Brazil is horse.
What is it? What is it?
I'll look
Yeah,
it
it's a
up. Let me
horse.
look
Yo,
it up.
Zherka, you're good in Brazil, bro. You're good in Brazil. You
It
valid
is
in
a
Brazil.
horse?
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
you're
that.
gonna.
Yo, you gotta stop promoting this gay shit on my shit.
Well, it depends on what part of Brazil you're.